You know, I always feel so weird at the start of these streams, and the reason for that is... Sorry, I'm just kind of distracted right now, because the moment I start streaming, my game starts lagging again, and I had that before as well, and I don't know what's causing it, because it's not like my GPU is pushing a lot, or my CPU. They are both within like 20 to 50%, so that's not it. But yeah, what I wanted to say is I sometimes feel a little bit weird when I start these streams, because I'm kind of waiting for, you know, one or two people to roll into the stream so that I can have a chat going on, so I'm not talking to myself, I'm not doing the intro for myself. But also I have to keep in mind that there's going to be people watching this later who are going to be, you know, weirded out if I just sit there for a minute, just, you know, doing nothing whatsoever. So yeah, hello everybody. If you're here, welcome. Thank you for joining me today. We are not really going to be making any significant progress, I reckon, at least not in terms of like quests or like new areas, stuff like that. We'll just do a bit of skilling. It really depends on you know, like how things go. We'll probably go for between 1 and 3 hours. And the idea is just, you know, do some skilling and talk a little bit about my new project, the whole sublocked thing. I was thinking maybe I should do a sublocked stream, but I'm trying to figure out how I can play sublocked with the stuff on the screen right now that you're seeing, so with the chat and with the cam and those kind of things, but then also have a secondary OBS running that records just the gameplay, so that I can play it on stream and then kind of make a highlight reel, like the first video, out of the content. But I don't want to have my face and chat on those videos, so I'm trying to figure out if I can maybe have 2 recordings running simultaneously, which should be fine, you know, even though my PC is aging a little bit. It should be fine, I reckon, with the, you know, the amount of resources that this game takes, so it should not be that big a deal. Anyway, what I want to do today is I want to look into probably some of the skills I haven't engaged with a lot, and I kind of want to open the floor up a little bit for people to guide me. Now, that doesn't mean that you should tell me like, hey, this is the optimal route, but you can, you know, give me some hints as to approaches I should be looking into. And I'm looking at 2 skills in particular. I'm looking at Hunter, which I would love to start enjoying. You know, I've only done like the bird hunting stuff, which I just haven't particularly enjoyed. I've been hunting these crimson swifts, I believe they are, at the you know, near the chompy birds area, which has been fine, but not really been particularly enjoyable. And the same thing kind of goes for farming. So I would love to have today be a way for me to start enjoying these skills a bit more, and hopefully, you know, you guys can have some input, you guys can give me some advice as to how I can make these things more enjoyable, faster, and, well, overall just more pleasant. And then maybe at the end of this stream I will have a newfound appreciation for these, because I would love to get these to, you know, level 30 plus. Like, everything is 30 plus really, besides I guess Herblore, which you know, it's mostly just a money thing. I think you can just like buy your stuff and make it, like, it's not really that big a deal. But yeah, I would love to get the other 2 to level 30 as well. You know, Hunter is level 16, 3 experience away from level 17, and I would love to start making a push for level 1000. You know, we're not that far off. You know, like 86 levels might sound like a lot, but honestly, you know, with like these 2 skills still under 30, like, that's gonna be a lot of easy levels, I reckon. Anyway, yeah, I'm just kind of waiting for people to roll in here, so I'm kind of just rambling my ass off as I tend to do. And let me just quickly see if you know, I normally don't have my stats on the screen, like the stats of the live stream. They'll often be hidden because I don't want to. If I'm at 0 viewers, I don't want to see that. You know, I just want to pretend like I have 1 million, and that works well. For some reason, my stats aren't showing up though, so let me make sure that I am indeed live. Which it appears I am, so that's good. It appears I am indeed live. That's good. Alright, we're just checking some sound settings real quick. But for some reason I can't see the stats. But, you know, that's not a big deal. It doesn't really matter. Okay. So, I'll just start on my own here. I guess we'll start off by looking into hunters. So, there seems to be a lot of different approaches to Hunter, and I think there's actually some like high input ones, which sounds rather enjoyable. You know, I've kind of learned that I don't really enjoy the AFK methods too much. They're convenient, but to me, you know, when I'm doing low input AFK stuff, even while I'm at work, I almost get more bored by the AFK stuff than the work. And at that point, I'm like, what am I even doing? I want to like, you know, I've not really enjoyed doing a game while I'm working too much, because it's often like the AFK things, and like it'll make the game feel like it's tied in with work. And I don't know if that's something that someone else has also felt, but I really like, when I'm playing a game, I like to actively play the game. I think that's, you know, way more fun. So we've got tracking, we've got, I guess we can do different birds, but I really don't want to do different birds because that's the only thing I've done so far. There's implings, which I can't do yet. There's deathfall, which I can't do yet. Box traps I can't do yet. Net traps I can't do yet. Pitfalls I can't do yet. Crab traps I can almost do. Aerial I can't do. Bird houses I can do. Now, there's also Chambers of Zarek, which is something else. There's polar cabbage for fur clothing, snow. So I guess these are different things I can equip or something. But yeah, there's only really a couple things I can do. There's tracking, which is polar cabbage. There's common cabbage, and there's Feldip weasels in the jungle. And I'm assuming Feldip weasels. Hold on. What I'll do first is I'll make my way to Varrock. Also, why is the game so laggy? I really don't know if it's on my end or if it's just the sailing update that is just making the game extremely laggy. I'm assuming it's at least in part due to sailing, because I didn't have this issue before when I was streaming. But it seems to be worse when I'm streaming, even though the strain on my PC isn't significantly more. So it's a bit weird that I seem to be struggling with performance more than I've done in the past. I mean, it must be sailing, right? It has to be. Like, nothing changed on my end, really. So yeah, I'll make my way to Varrock. I really need to get some more law runes. I'm out of law runes, so I can't teleport anymore. So I'll make sure to go to the Grand Exchange, pick up some law runes, and then we can, you know, teleport around a bit more freely again, which is going to be good. So we'll just head straight to the Grand Exchange, and we'll get ourselves some more law runes. Do I need to pick up something for the birdhouses, I wonder? Ooh, there's a chocolate bar there. Ooh, I could really go for some chocolate right now that I see there's a chocolate bar right there. So you have to do something to be able to enter this part, right? Like that door you can't go through until you do something. I can't remember exactly what it is, like a certain cooking level or something. I'm not sure, but it's such an amazing cooking spot, I reckon, but it's just not something that I can access right now. There's also super compost on the floor. Okay, so let's go to the Grand Exchange. Let's pick up like, I don't know, like 50... I guess like 50 law runes. Here we go. Let's do 50 plus 5%, confirm and collect. There we go. They're bought. I never know why. Okay. I guess I'm missing something. I keep getting coins whenever I buy something, and I don't know why. Is that because I'm inputting more percentages, but I'm buying it at a lower price because there's a lower price available to me, and then I get the difference back in coins? Because I put in more money, but I don't spend the money because there was a lower offer available to me, thus I get difference in coins in my inventory. I'm guessing that's what's going on, but it is a little bit odd. Okay, so just in case, I will bring all the teleport runes. There's fire, there's wind, there's water, there's... these are the teleport runes, right? Yeah, we have all the teleports available to us right now. So, I want to learn how the hunting, the tracking thing works. So let me go over to the skill, and let me go over to tracking. It doesn't say anything here. Okay, maybe under Hunter itself. So Hunter lets you track and catch a wide variety of wildlife, granting access to various unique materials in the process. Each animal you can hunt will typically be found in a specific locale and will require different gear. Make sure you come prepared. As your hunter level improves, not only will you be able to hunt a wider variety of creatures, but you'll also be able to maintain more traps simultaneously, and they will successfully trap creatures more often. Okay. And it doesn't really say anything, like it's just tracking. So I guess I'll just go there and we'll see. I mean, to be fair, I could go to a hunter trainer. Maybe a hunter trainer can like give me some proper in-universe advice. Is there a hunter trainer somewhere that I can easily access? So trainers, hunter. There is one over there. Wasn't there also one at Keldip? Oh, sorry, Keldip. Feldip? There is, right? There is. You know what? We'll just go back to this one. Yeah, hunter tutor. I mean, we've been there before for the quest, I believe, or at least we were there at some point. So Feldip can be easily accessed, of course, by going to the Spirit Tree and teleporting over to Feldip Hills. I still love this little map, by the way. It makes it look a lot cooler. So let's go Feldip Hills. You place your hands on the tree. And we are here. Okay. Damn, such good. See, that track is pretty good. This track, I still don't enjoy. And I know I said it before when I was doing the quest here. The quest, the name I can't remember of, but that free-to-play quest that was here. Which, to be fair, the quest was pretty good. But I just don't really... I don't enjoy this track. Like, there's something about the sounds, it just like, it aggravates my ears, you know? Fortunately, we don't have to listen to it very long. Because the moment I leave just a little bit over here, it changes back into this one. Doom, 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 doom. See, much better, much better. Okay, so there is the hunter tutor over here in this building, I believe. Yeah, the hunting expert. Okay. So I want to learn something about tracking. Can this person tell me about tracking? Can you give me some hunting traps? I do have a spare hunter kit lying around. You can have it for free. Thanks, I'll put this to good use. Anything else? Not for now. Okay, so let's open it. Wait. There's so much here. I could have gotten this one before as well, I guess. Okay, so, how does tracking work? A noose wand, a butterfly net, a bird snare, a rabbit snare, a teasing stick, an unlit torch, a box trap. So it's... Like, okay, tracking doesn't mean that you know, they come to us, right? Like, tracking means we hunt them, because we're tracking them. We're looking for their location. So, the butterflies, actually, how... What level do I need for butterflies? Butterfly net. Oh! 15 ruby harvest butterflies. Which ones are these? Because I saw a butterfly just now. Black Warlock. What is a Black Warlock? Level 45 in the jungle. Okay, so there are butterflies we can catch now, which are in the woodland. Don't know where. I can't examine it or something, but there are woodland creatures somewhere. Now, we are looking for some tracking stuff. Now, there are... I can set trap boulder, but I guess that's something else, right? Need some logs and a knife to set a deathfall trap. Okay, so that's a deathfall trap, and deathfall is... Does deathfall imply, you know, they're walking in and something falls on them, which makes them dead? Does deathfall? Okay, so there are these cabbits, right? It uses its tail to hunt and skewer fish. Okay, so these cabbits are the ones I can grab. Because if we go tracking, it says common cabbits. Sorry, Feldip weed. I mean... These are not Feldip weasels. These are barb-tailed cabbits. Which aren't even in here. Are they all barb-tailed? But what I'm looking at specifically, I'm assuming they're here, is a Feldip weasel. So if I look at the map and I hover this thing, Feldip Weasels 7. Yeah, okay, so Feldip Weasels are here. So first, I guess I'll try and locate Feldip Weasels, which maybe they are on the other side of this area. So different cabbitses. Cabbitses is like hobbitses. Cabbitses. It's a Chimchawa. More butterflies. More black warlocks. There's a hunting expert here as well. What is this cave for? A few of the most hunted creatures around here have been captured and secured in this cave to allow the most esteemed hunters to catch them with ease. Can I use the cave? Unfortunately not. Only those who have completed the hard tier of the Western Province's achievement diary may enter. Come back when you have, and I shall allow you entry. Alright. But I'm still looking for cabbages. Tropical wagtails. Those are birds. No, I wasn't looking into birds. Tropical wagtails, I can almost catch. So the birds are like really easy stuff. Like it's up to level 19. So birds like the low tier stuff. Which maybe means the other ones are here as well. Those are the wolves. So we're moving into the ogre territory. But I want to find the cabbits. There's no information here, is there? It's really unfortunate that there's just no information here, and the trainer doesn't tell me anything either. So, tracking. Yeah, Feldip Weasels are here. We're aware of that. They're literally showing. But where are these Feldip Weasels? Can I have these guys' names also shown? So if I do ground items, I'm assuming it doesn't showcase. No, ground items is just items. Which makes sense, because it's ground items. But there's gotta be a cabbit. Cabbits. Feldip Weasels, I believe they were called. Yeah, Feldip Weasels, jungle. I'm just like scanning with my mouse. Like, do I have to in some way like bait them towards me? But then with what item? So, okay, a noose wand. I'm assuming like a noose wand could make sense. You walk around, you like throw the noose around their neck or whatever, you grab them, you get them. Okay, this one I could see working. So, you know, option. Butterfly net is for butterflies. Bird snare is for birds. Rabbit snare is for, well, for rabbits. And I mean, to be fair, aren't cabbits sort of rabbits? So could it be that one? But there's also... There's implings. Oh, these are the barb-tailed cabbits. So these you get with Deathfall. So the barb-tailed cabbit, level 33. Okay, so I can't get these yet, but at least I know which ones they are. Also, there's maniacal monkeys. And Ape Atoll, is that a quest? There's even preferred bait. Oh, so you have to get like a lot of raw meat. And barley and raw rainbow fish. Oh, that plays really well into other skills, right? Because you're like, you know, you're gonna be fishing or something. To be able to get these, like the bait for this, especially when you're playing on Iron Man, that's really cool. What isn't cool is that I still haven't figured out anything here. So, what do we have? Bird snare, teasing stick. Examine. Reduces the risk of hand severage when poking large vicious carnivores. Ah, yes, let me poke it with a stick. That's always lovely. It's not a torch, because that's used for the bird snares. The box trap is for something else, I guess. If a creature goes inside, the box should slam shut. Box traps are also something else, right? Because there's box traps specifically here. For ferrets and chimchompas and red chimchompas and stuff. Okay. There's an impling jar, but I'm assuming that is for... There's like an impling section. Yeah, there's baby implings and like goes all the way up to lucky implings. Barehanded lucky implings. Okay. So, I guess this implies that all of these... I mean, maybe the teasing stick. So, I'm gonna have to use one of these, right? So, what is this? Examine. A noose on a stick. Okay, great. Thank you. I can equip it. And I can catch something with using a stick. But what do I catch? I mean, to be fair, none of the others really seem to imply catching, so maybe this is the one I need. But still, I would have to find the mobs first. They need to be found. It's always these barb-tailed ones. I guess the only area I haven't really looked at yet is like right down there. Maybe they're down there somewhere. Yeah, the entire stream will just be me wandering around aimlessly attempting to find these guys. And I'm out of coffee, that's a bit unfortunate. Fortunately, I still have like a regular drink, but I do miss my coffee already. It's glorious. Is there anything here? What's there in the water? What's like a sparkly spot in the water? Something going on there? There's also a lot of birds in the house. No, they're barb-tailed again. I feel like I'm missing some core mechanic here. I remember trying to figure out Hunter back when it came out. The in-game guide doesn't give you a whole lot of direction, even nowadays it seems. Yeah, honestly, most of the game so far, also thank you for joining the stream, most of the game so far has been reasonably clear, or at least had me directed towards an area where I could figure things out. You know, like there was going to be a trainer or something, someone who could tell me what's going on. I have just been running around for probably at least 15 minutes now trying to figure out where the hell I get this. And I could wiki this, but I'm really... like, I find it so important that a game functions without the wiki being required. Now, the wiki is a great tool as additional layers of information are needed, but the base... okay, wait, search bush. Hold on, is there something? You search the bush, but find nothing. Okay. But I feel as though the basics of every system in every game should be easy to figure out just in-game. I mean, I guess I could inspect these things. Is there something here? But like, literally all I'm trying to figure out right now, and I'm not sure how long you've been here, so I'll just quickly recap. I'm trying to figure out where these Feldip weasels are. They're supposed to be in this area, because it says so on this overlay, Feldip weasels. But I don't think they're just literally wandering around here. So I'm gonna assume I need to, in some way, track them. And I have the entire, like, kit here. That's everything I could possibly need, I think. But I can't seem to find a way to find them. None of these items seem to do what I need them to do. I mean, I have the noose stick, whatever it was called, equipped right now, but yeah, in this case, you're more than welcome to provide some additional context here, because I'm at the point where, you know, the wiki is starting to seem more and more like the only option, but like, I don't want to. I want the game to present the information to me. This guy's putting down box traps. Because it honestly seems like a fairly fun skill once you kind of know what is going on. But that part, like getting to the point where you know what's going on, is extremely convoluted so far. Most skills have been fairly well presented, I have to admit. You know, there hasn't, like, I guess farming is well presented as well, but it's just, you know, the skill is just a bit all over the place, which is just like the way the skill works. But outside of that, I think most of the stuff has been quite well designed. But where, if I were a Feldip weasel? Like, normally I try and break things down, you know, like, what are my options? Go through the list. But I've gone through all of these. Nothing here seems to be what I need. Also, I looted a mithril square shield at the werewolves, which was nice. So I looted both the rune helmet as well as the mithril square shield, so I am a bit stronger, which is quite nice. But yeah, I've reached that point where I think I will have to go to the wiki. I just can't seem to figure out what I even can do here. So, fell dip. Oh, you just put a comment down. So for this particular animal, I think you need to find a specific hole in the dirt. It's been a while since I did early hunter though, so maybe I'm misremembering. Okay, so a specific hole in the dirt. Okay, that's giving me some level of direction. So I guess I will still have to aimlessly wander about, but at least now I have potentially... The bushes are a part of it though. Okay, so I was on the right track. Is there an add-on that allows me to see all interactable items? Because like everything interactable, because there is the ground items plugin, which I do have active right now, but it doesn't showcase stuff like this boulder trap. Is there anything that I could set up just for this particular part where I could just see everything? Because I think that will make my life a lot more chill here. Because I'm just trying to mouse over everything, but it feels as though there's so many different little things, but nothing that I need. Okay, so the bushes were over here, so I'm gonna assume the bushes are a part of it. That's over here. Yeah, there's a jungle plant. Okay, let's inspect the jungle plant. Nothing out of the ordinary. Oh, inspect burrow. Oh, is this it? Is this it? Hold on. Closer inspection reveals tracks leading away from the burrow. Oh, and now he's in the bush? You search the bush but find nothing. Oh, in this jungle plant then maybe? The plant looks like it's been gnawed. An animal has passed by here. Oh, and now there's a whole trail! Ah, okay. So it's probably gone into this one? Nothing. Okay, this one. Yes. And there it is. He'll be in a bush close by, but I think you've got it now. Yeah. You know, I'll still have to do some searching, but I guess I got the main mechanic down. So find a hole, and then like a path tracing section starts. And this is fine, you know, there should really be some information saying like, hey, they like to hide in holes or like something of the sort. Okay. He's in here, right? He's in here. I can feel it. I can smell him. It looks like there might be something hiding in this bush. I can attack the bush. Bloop. Okay, level 17. There we go. Okay. You can now catch baby implings. Honestly, the experience I got for that, not the best. Not the best, really. That was not that great, especially with the amount of effort I had to put in to get that experience. But I have raw beast meat. Goes for 52 in the GE and some bones. But I get the setup now. So now I inspect this burrow. Somehow the burrows now seem extremely obvious. You know, it's like, it's one of those things like, you know, if you know, right? I mean, to be fair, it's kind of low effort, I guess, because I just literally inspect everything surrounding the end of the trail, and then the trail will extend. I don't even have to read what the chat says, I guess. Oh, wait, hold on. Is there something else to interact with? Haven't I interacted with everything? There's a jungle tree that I can chop down. That's not what I want to do. Hold on. I mean, this is a bit far away, but maybe? Oh, yeah, okay. Wait, is it looping? Hold on. Where's it going? Yeah, early game hunter levels are my favorite for exactly those reasons. Yeah, okay, that makes perfect sense. You know, I mentioned at the start of this stream, I would really like to get to a point where hunter and farming are something that I enjoy, because I want to enjoy those skills. But unfortunately, my enjoyment of those skills has not been great yet, and this stream so far has not shifted that positively yet. But, you know, I'd like to keep an open mind as much as I can. So maybe once I get out of the early levels and I get to, like, you know, 20, 30, maybe I'll slowly start appreciating more once I get, you know, different kinds of hunting available to me. But this experience rate seems... yeah, pretty mediocre. Like, this is just... For a level 17 skill, this is really slow, I feel. I guess I can at least run back to this burrow constantly. So it's not terrible. And it's kind of simple. I'd also like to have a bit of a discussion as to how I want to approach the sublocked playthrough, but I'm kind of hoping, you know, we can have a couple people here tonight, so we can kind of bounce ideas off each other. That'd be kind of nice. So I'm just gonna start this stream, you know, mostly just playing on this character, trying to make some progress, and then, you know, when there's more people, you know, we might have a bit of a discussion, because I think that could be kind of fun. Would you like to know when it gets less tedious, or shall I let you explore on your own? I mean, you can give me a level. Or like a level range. You can give me a level range, actually. Like 30s, 40s, 50s, like... I don't need to know the exact level, but if you can give me a range, I'll have something to kind of, you know, reinvigorate me, maybe, like... Because, you know, at least by you even saying that, I know that there is something that's going to make it better. So it won't always be this tedious. I guess it's the box traps, because I've seen people, like, put, like... box trap, you know, loot, box trap, loot. I think that's pretty fun, like pretty high APM. So I think the box trap stuff looks fun, especially when where you can get multiple traps and stuff. So that's my guess, that will be where it becomes more interactive and less tedious. Also, are these the same jungle plant, or are these two different things? I think they're actually, are they the same? I'm not sure. These are a bit far away, but I guess I could inspect these as well. I don't know how far off they can be. Yeah, okay, they can be quite far off, I guess. And the same bush again, I think. You know, I actually think, honestly, this is so boring. I'd rather do birds. Oh, this is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. You know, if this was insane money or something, maybe that could, like, kind of cover it. But I'd much rather do birds. You know, just putting up something. It's the same brain power. I'd say you have a better option now. The hunt is a secret. Late 20s when I started to not mind the skill, and 40s is when the skill gets to be genuinely useful for account progress. Okay, you know, that's not too far away. Now, I was kind of scared you were going to say, like, you know, it gets better at, like, early 70s and then becomes fun at like 92. But, you know, this is fine. This is fine. I should say, you know, I probably have better methods, especially, you know, because these are lower level things. Like, speaking of the birds, okay? So the birds have been fine, but I can already catch tropical no, not tropical wagtails yet. Those are kind of close. Like, Crimson Swifts I can catch, but the thing is, Crimson Swifts level 1, so their experience rate is probably quite mediocre. So, but what I think I can do is I can just spend the next 2 levels at Crimson Swifts, because, you know, I'm here anyway. And then I can move over to tropical wagtails, which I believe I've seen over on that side of the island. So I guess that could work. So I'll just put down a bird's nest. I'll build it. I don't know. I still don't know if I have to walk away, by the way. It feels like I need to. But I don't know. So I'll just sit here. And I'll just chill. So how much is this fur? I mean, that's 1k each. That's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. You know, this is at least, you know, this kind of chill. I can just sit here. I can just chat. And we can just wait for birds to appear. We could just be bird watching together. If I disable the HUD, yeah, the thing still stays. Okay, we can be immersed. Oh, hold on, I can't move the camera too much here. Oh, the bird's coming in. The bird's coming in. Is he going to land? The bird has landed, but the bird snare has been ruined. Okay, here we go. Put the bird snare down. Disable the HUD. Walk away. Okay, here we go. We are in full immersion mode. Also, I don't need to wear this thing. There we go. Big damage. Okay, now we sit. And we chill. Oh, we chill. We chill. We chill. Okay, we're good. Also, quickly, let me change something about the chat. I think I want to remove the cropping here. Yeah, that's better. And then move it back up. Over. Whoa, that's the wrong thing. There we go. That's better. Better quiet. There we go. Better quiet, indeed. I was just changing some stream settings real quick. There we go. Yeah, this is much better. You know, it's like slightly less experience, but my god, it's so much less brain power. And, you know, I don't mind using brain power, but it needs to be worth the investment. All right. Now we sit. We sit and we wait. And then at some point we catch a bird. How is the sound, by the way? Because I had messed a little bit with it during recording. So I want to just make sure that the game audio and, you know, my voice are balanced properly and you can hear me, but, you know, the game is still there as well in the background. I think it's fine, but I would like to confirm. Hello, can a bird please land on my bird snare? Birdies. Oh, this bird. Come on, will it be in time? Come on, bird. Come on, bird. You can do it. You can do it, bird. Oh, okay, you can't do it, bird. Stupid bird. Okay, here we go. Oh, at least we rebuild it. Like, it doesn't go back into the inventory. We rebuild it on the spot. So that is good. Sounds good to me. You're loud and clear, but I can still hear those jungle tunes in the background. Okay, beautiful. Ah, there we go. Bird acquired. That is beautiful. Because yeah, I don't think RuneScape is a game where, you know, you need to have the audio of the game be the primary focus, because obviously it's mostly just an OST playing, and like the sound design in this game is not its main focus, but I definitely do want it to be in here. But sometimes I watch streamers and like either I just can't hear the game at all, or the game is so loud that, you know, in busy sections I can't hear the streamer, and either one of those is just not great. It's always hard to get a balance, though, especially when you're doing a playthrough where you want to have the game be the main focus. Ah, the early levels of Hunter, yes. Yes, welcome. Thank you for joining me on this immersive playthrough of Early Hunter. I love this. This is my favorite part of the game. I am definitely not bored out of my mind doing this off the recording or off the stream. Like, the reason I'm streaming this right now, in part, is because this is just so monotonous to me and so boring to me that at least it's like a background activity to the stream, okay? So this is just a reason to level Hunter. See, I now understand why the content creation scene of this game is so big. It's because as much as this game is really, really good in certain areas, there's also really big grind with really low brain input that, you know, just being able to like feel like you're doing something productive with your time by doing a stream, like That is the way you do things around here. It's beautiful. Also, welcome to the stream. So, you know, I was actually trying to figure out how exactly I pronounce your in-game and your Discord name. Like, so is it like NSFF Lord, or is it Nusif Lord? Like, how do I pronounce? Oh, there's a bird. Big important moment. Bird. Okay, bird is the word, as I've been told by Peter Griven. But how do I pronounce your name? Oh, hello there. There's a drunken dwarf. A beer and a kebab. You know what? I'll just drink the beer. I'll eat the kebab. Because why not? A bunch of streaming is labeled just chatting. Oh yeah, definitely. And honestly, you know, RuneScape, you know, let's be real here. You know, most people are not here to witness glorious gameplay, which is, you know, I'll take it as a compliment, because that means that, you know, there's something entertaining about this. TBH, I didn't come up with the name. Don't worry, I have no idea. So how did you come up with the name? Like, was it like a random generated name by a game or something? Also, quick side story as you're answering that question. I just played the first hour or so of Where Winds Meet, which is a really weird game in my opinion, because like it kind of markets itself as an MMORPG, but it really isn't an MMORPG, I think, and it's like it's a Souls-like kind of combat system with RPG elements and co-op functionality, and it's a really weird game. It looks absolutely stunning and runs surprisingly well even on my 1080 Ti, but I'm not sure what I think about the game yet. I kind of want to put some hours into it when I can find the time, if I can find the time. I do think it's kind of a cool game, like at least the way it looks and the way it plays. Like I think it can be rather fun, but it is weird, because I feel like it markets itself to different things, at least based on the marketing that I've read. A friend gave me the account, not in contact anymore, so can't ask. Oh, okay. Because every time I see the name, I'm like, how do I pronounce this? I'll just call you Lord, or just call you Light Yagami. I'll just go with Yagami. Yagami works. That's short. Or I'll just call you HG6LI. Yes, that's it. See, the other guy, you know, makes it very easy. You know, it's a dinosaur. The guy even has a friggin' dinosaur as a profile picture. He's made it very clear. This guy's a dino. Okay, so Dino Blade is right up his alley. Oh, hold on. One more free slot. Do I care about this bird meat actually? No, it's really not worth my time. Or light. It'll be easy. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we're approaching level 18, and at level 19, we can swap over to different birds. Guys, is there any upcoming hunter unlock that I should be looking forward to? Because I think I'll kind of enjoy like box traps. Box traps sound fun. And Mr. Dinosaur over here said that late 20s is when he starts to mind the skill. So I'm thinking maybe it's ferrets. Dinosaurs are cool. Who doesn't want to have a dinosaur-based name? I very much agree. Dinosaurs are cool. You know, I actually, we had these presentations we had to do as a kid in elementary school, and you know, you had to choose a topic. And at some point, I chose crocodiles, which technically, you know, they're like, are they dinosaurs? Are they not dinosaurs? Like, I think there's a bit of a gray area there, but I always thought dinosaurs and crocodiles were so cool, and especially crocodiles were cool because they were kind of like the only remaining dinosaur-like creature besides maybe turtles, and they're so cool. Dude, dinosaurs are cool. I really wonder how Dino Blade is going to do. You know, I didn't enjoy playing through the game that much, which I think I did make clear in the video, in case you did see the video. I think it was a good game, as in, I think it did what it wanted to do fairly well. But, man, I'm so bad at Souls-like games. So bad. Like, I saw people rolling through it in 20 minutes. I spent an hour and a half making it through there. I spent a half an hour on the final boss. Like, my god, am I bad at those games. But it looked cool. It looked pretty cool. I'm really gonna make sure I drink enough, because I've noticed that sometimes in these streams I don't drink enough, and I do talk a fair amount, and you know, I'll have like a sore throat like 2 hours in or something, which I want to try and avoid happening. So I'm trying to remind myself to drink a fair amount. Fun fact: Stegosaurus is about as old to T-Rex as T-Rex is to us. Wait, so what you're implying is the T-Rex is the middle step, right? So like the age difference between when the Stegosaurus lived and when the T-Rex lived is about the same time span as the difference between when the T-Rex lived and when we live, right? I've personally never hunted weasels, but I like nut traps. Have you tried butterflies yet? I haven't tried butterflies yet, but I feel like I wasn't able to yet, right? Hold on, butterflies. Okay, yeah, I'm able to, but they're somewhere, I don't know where they are. Like, it says woodland, but where exactly? I'm assuming woodland is just like any area, you know, like just like here, or maybe like here, because it's like woodland, but I don't know where exactly. I love timescale stuff like that, like when Cleopatra was around, the pyramids were already ancient. Yeah, it's cool, right? It's really cool. I often watch this this channel. You guys might be aware of it. The wow, somehow I'm blanking on the name. Kurzgesagt, the In a Nutshell channel, which I think is a fascinating channel. Like it's so high quality for being a YouTube channel, but they had like this video where it was just a certain amount of time, like an hour or a couple hours or something, of just like the entire lifespan of the Earth, and it was so funny because like this like 5 to 10 minutes of just like a specific period, and like every second is a year or something like that. And then, you know, there's like the human era. It's like within a second it's over. It's like we have so much history, and it's such a small part of the entire history of the world. Like I love it, and I agree with you. I think it's really, really cool. Kurzgesagt is fun, but they've become much more sensational in the past year or so. Yeah, I do agree. I do think they're trying to appeal to I don't know, how do I phrase this? They might want to they're trying to appeal to, they're putting more like shock factor in there, like, oh my god, this thing. I still think their content is good though, you know. I still watch them, I still watch most of the videos, but I do agree they're becoming a bit it's like they're exaggerating their point more, and the science is becoming a building block for sensation as opposed to the main focus. I guess that's what you mean as well, but I still think like the Kurzgesagt is still like a hell of a channel, and I can see obviously that they, you know, they need to make as much money as they can, and you know, if they can make more money by being a bit sensational, then, you know, I think it's fine. I'm not too bothered by it. I still think they're good, as long as they don't sell out, like start, you know, spreading misinformation for the sake of money. I think it's fine, as long as the information is still correct, which I think, from what I hear, it mostly is correct. Then again, I am not a scientist, so I can't confirm or deny the factuality of their videos. Engaging content, right? This is engaging, guys. What I mean is their 10th video speculating about aliens or about black holes. Oh, you mean they are like they're kind of rehashing the same, like, what if scenarios, like rehashing the same topics a little bit. Can't say I've noticed that myself too much, but definitely possible. Is there a spot close to the birds you can set a trap? It seems like you might be on the outskirts of their flock or something. I guess I can move in a little bit. Yeah, I'm not sure how much it matters. I don't know how much the physical location of them actually matters, but I can move in more like here, I guess. I'm a physics student, so I'm a bit cynical maybe. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Dude, physics is so cool. I've always, you know, physics to me are one of those topics. I'm in love with the practical outcome of physics, and I love like hearing surface level information about it, like all the cool stuff going on. And I like listening to podcasts about, like how the universe works, like how different things can or can't happen based on just pure math. But then you go into like the actual math, and I'm like, yeah, I'm out. Like, I love the application of physics. I just don't love the math behind physics, But physics are really cool. I used to watch this or like listen to this podcast. I haven't listened to it in years, but I used to listen to it around like early COVID, because back in early COVID I didn't have a job. I lived on my own, and like literally all I was doing was fitness related stuff and playing games. That's pretty much what my life was, because there was just nothing going on really. So I walked a lot. Like I spent like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours walking every day, depending on how I felt that day. And I listened to a lot of podcasts. And one of the podcasts I listened to was I think it was called Michael and Jorge Explain the Universe or something. And it was really fun listening to like physicists going through and trying to explain the topics to someone who doesn't have a background in it. So you still get the practical applications like explained to you, but you don't have to understand exactly how it works. Anything beyond service level stuff is really hard to explain to a layperson. Yeah, I always think being able to explain that kind of stuff is impressive. I used to love reading Mikio Kaku's books. I'm not familiar with this person. He made physics really fun to explore as a non-scientist. Yeah, I always appreciate it when people have the ability to explain some like tricky concept and make it comprehensible for the average viewer. Now, I do think you can't make it too easy, because you also, you don't want to have it dumbed down to a point where it's not just where the facts are getting lost. But I do think it's a really good idea to make sure you know what points to focus on and which parts of the rules you can kind of like hand with, like, they're there, but for the sake of this explanation, they're not important enough to go into. So you simplify things a little bit, just to understand the concept. I think that's good. But yeah, physics are really cool. So what kind of physics are you into? Like, because you're a physics student, I'm assuming you don't study physics as a whole, right? Because it's such a complicated, multifaceted area that I'm assuming you're focusing on a particular part, or are you starting off with like, physics as a whole and then diving into specializations later? He's legit, but sadly super invested in the many worlds interpretation. The many worlds interpretation, like, do you mean like alternate universes, like the every decision you make turns into a different world, which has like this infinite amount of ever expanding universes, or is it a different theory that I'm not currently thinking of? Like I used to love, and obviously as a physics student, like maybe you can like poke some holes into the actual physics behind some stuff. But I used to love to watch Stargate in particular, because I really liked how they took concepts of physics and then applied them to a situation. And from what I understand, the physics were, I mean, maybe they were not perfect, but the physics were like in theory correct, where the things they said could technically happen. And I love the idea of taking a concept and showcasing, what if? But obviously, I wouldn't be surprised if there are some errors in the physics behind shows like that, because it's really hard to nail those perfectly. Okay, level 18, there we go. I need one more level and I can move on to different birds. Oh my god, so many birds here, so many birds. Pretty much every wave collapse creates universes of each of the results. Yeah, so that would mean there is like a practically, I mean, not infinite, because infinity is such an interesting concept as well. But let me move away from that tangent and just, I think that the infinite worlds concept is is fascinating to me, but I don't know, it feels like, I don't know, there's so many cool concepts, and obviously I'm not deep into it in order to be able to, you know, talk physics with you, but it boggles the mind how many worlds there would have to be for such a theory to be correct, right? Because there are so many choices being made every single day by every single person that, man, where do you store that data, you know? But, you know, there's like the whole, you know, we live in the simulation theory as well, of course, which is also surprisingly fascinating. You know, when I first heard about that, I was like, what? But the more I read about it, the more I'm like, I mean, technically, you know, it's not impossible. Me, an accountant, electrons, yes, protons, quarks, Yes, that conclusion isn't scientific, barely even a hypothesis. Sorry, I'm not quite sure what that's referencing. You mean, like my conclusion, or are you talking about like the conclusion of the many worlds theory in general? Right, how are we doing on the progress? There we go. At least, yeah, we're 916. We're 916. Many world simulation. Yeah, there's... I guess there's... I guess one of the fun things about all those things is there isn't really a clear answer. All of them are... like, technically possible, but nobody has any clue as to which one would be more correct, right? Because... I don't know, there just isn't any like specific proof, but there's also nothing denying the theory. Like, I find that to be one of the most fascinating things about most scientific fields. It's quite often, from what I hear at least, there'll be situations where the lack of evidence against something makes people say, well, I mean, it's possible, but there's also no proof that it does exist. It's just, well, there's nothing saying it isn't there. Like, it's weird how there's so many theories that could technically be correct just because there is no opposing evidence, right? Okay, let me make sure the inventory is a little bit cleaner. Oh, but the bird snare has to be up. I gotta multitask. You know, I wasn't expecting to talk physics tonight, guys. I'm not gonna keep dropping these bird meats. Like, they're so cheap that I just can't be bothered. And yeah, I'm aware I could set up like a different mouse click for dropping and stuff, which I would do if I were dropping a lot, but this is like, I'm just waiting for this thing anyway, so it's whatever. But yeah, I wasn't expecting to talk physics tonight, but it's always fascinating to me. Obviously, the problem is always that, you know, you'll be talking with someone who knows physics, and, you know, I'll be talking out of my ass, trying to sound clever, but quite often I'll have no clue. Okay, put the bird snare down. Dude, prayer is just... oh my god, what a terrible skilled level in the early game. There's probably better ways to level it, but my god, have I not enjoyed prayer. It's a cool concept, and I'll probably enjoy it once I get like better methods, like, which I'll probably look into at some point, but just like the burying bones thing, not very good. Like, the only other way I've engaged with so far a little bit was when I did the Kamdazal fishing thing. Wait, where's my... there's... we don't have to. It was just kind of a sequitur from the Kazakh discussion. I mean, I enjoy it. I very much enjoy it. It's just, you know... I feel like there's this streamer thing where often people who are streaming will fall into the hole of there being a topic and then, you know, feeling like they need to attempt to sound smart in every topic, even when they can't. And I don't want to fall into the trap and make it sound like I'm like some sort of physicist, because I'm not. But it is fascinating. Speaking of fascinating, That's how I do a transition. I was curious how you guys felt about the execution so far of the sublocked thing. I wanted to make the very first video. I wanted to make it short. Like the later ones might be a little bit longer, but I wanted to make the first one like 5 minutes, just so like it's bite-sized and someone can watch it without being into long-form content. And I think it came out quite well. I was kind of fiddling with the rules as I went, because what I did is I had the rules kind of set up, and then I kind of changed the rules as I went through editing the first one. And I think the rules came out quite well now, but it's a bit wonky with like the HP being allowed to pass the 20% threshold. That was like tacked on at the end, but I felt like HP was always leveled anyway when I'm doing combat, so I might as well not really care about that one, because like you're never actively leveling HP, right? At least not within the content I've played so far. I mean, maybe there's going to be ways you can directly level hit points, but to me, HP is always the consequence of leveling some other combat method. And I'm not entirely sure yet how I want to move on to... Why am I back here again? Why am I not just over there? I was over there. You guys... Okay, I'm not sure why I moved back here. But yeah, I'm not sure how I want to keep approaching the progression, because obviously what I'm mostly thinking about is, hey, how can I deal with Elvag? Because Elvag is going to be it's weird to me that there are so many different quests, but honestly, none of them bother me, now that I know what the quests are, except for Elvag. And I guess to a lesser extent, there is the boss at the, right over there, of the, what is the thing called? I don't know, it's fine. Oh, also, I saw the quest for sailing came in, which is cool. So there's Pandemonium, there's Prying Times, and there was another like short one before that? Or is that Pandemonium? Hold on, is Pandemonium the first one? Yeah, so Pandemonium is the first one. And I've mentioned this before as well. I'm thinking, hold on, it's the 19th, right? The 19th, hold on, I gotta verify something real quick. Oh, probably 19th. Yeah, I'll probably be doing a stream that night. That should be fun. We can do like 1 or 2 of the quests. I mean, I might make it. You know, the thing is, I'm a little bit torn right now between, you know, making. Can I just break this thing down? Because I want to move it to a different spot. I want to dismantle it. I want to bring it over here. You know, I'm still kind of torn between this series being a video series, or this series being a streaming series, and, you know, moving more towards highly edited or like more edited content for the videos. I am still not entirely sure how I want to approach that. It kind of also depends on how the sublocked challenge run does. Like if that thing just kind of like takes off, then I can treat this as the streaming content, but I'm still not entirely sure, because I just can't stick to a proper streaming schedule. Like my life's too... There's too many variables right now. Elvag is flinchable, don't worry. Okay. I guess I could look into flinching a little bit more. I'm not quite sure how flinching works. A new account is an interesting concept, but I feel like you're going to hit a point where you either get totally blocked by sub count, or you get enough that it just becomes a regular Iron Man. Yeah, I thought that too. And like, you're right. It's probably gonna go into either extreme, right? Like either I'll have like 3 videos, I'll be locked by my progression ability, I won't be able to play anymore, and it'll just end the series because like my subs just aren't coming in. Or somehow, you know, my channel does take off a little bit. I get like a couple thousand subscribers, and it just becomes way too easy because the rules are validated. So I agree, it's probably not a very good long-term challenge. And I'll be honest here, you know, the challenge is, it's kind of a gimmick, you know. It's I don't think the series is going to, you know, be like a 50-part full completion of RuneScape kind of thing. It'll probably be like, hey, let's do free to play and then see if we can do something cool after. And in a part, you know, I'm just kind of hoping it can also, while being a fun idea, maybe be like a bit of an influx for the channel, so that I can, you know, break that 1K mark and, you know, get a couple more people feeding into this kind of long-form content. Because I feel like an issue with a lot of the content has been, and it once again feels a little bit high horsey here, and I always don't want to come off as arrogant because I hate watching people be arrogant, but I feel like whenever I'm watching my statistics, like once people are here checking out the content, like the average watch time and stuff, they're always pretty decent. It's just my click-through rate and well, pretty much any like people coming in isn't happening enough, but once people are in, they don't go out too quickly again. Like the watch time is pretty good and stuff like that. So it's in part a fun series, and it's a part of a way where I'm thinking, hey, I can make a fun challenge out of this that can simultaneously also give me hopefully a little bit of a boost. 3 no subs since last stream. Yes, exactly. 3 people subbed from the video, and that's pretty good. If nothing else, you'll have an Iron Man sort of progress. Once you know more about the game, you'll also be able to appreciate how different the main account is versus Iron Man. Yeah, I mean, to me, it's a really fun learning experience because I'm just sitting there on that character and I'm just thinking like, hey, how can I approach this? Because like those dwarves, for example, I would never think to try and get to a combat like level where I can deal with the dwarves so I can get their iron ore so I can do Doric's quest. No, I would just do Doric's quest. Like I would just go and grind mining for like 20 minutes, get my iron, hand in the quest, be like level 18 or whatever mining, and be done with it and move on to the next thing. But now I'm trying to think, no, I don't want to push my mining over level 10 as much as I can. I know that just like the quest rewards are probably going to push me over level 10 anyway, because I think there's quite a lot of mining experience there. But the idea that, every level I can prevent hitting is great, because I won't need mining over, I think, 10 for any quest, right? So, if I can make sure it's 12 instead of 17, that's 5 levels saved that I can spend on something else. And I like the concept. I'm really enjoying the concept of trying to figure that out. Also, I have to take a very quick toilet break, so I'll be back in like 3 minutes. Alright, there we go, we're back. Also, why am I putting the thing back here again? What is happening to my brain? I want to put it like over here somewhere. Okay, so yeah, I was on the topic of Iron Man. Like, just the idea that I have to progress very differently. I have to, deploy different methods, and yeah, I'm playing the same game, but I'm approaching it different from a mindset. I think that's great. And another problem with the series is, and I noticed this already, is I just don't know enough about the game to make a challenge that someone watching me couldn't do much better. Like, I think one of the cool things probably about watching a challenge run, generally, is watching it and be like, oh, that's a cool idea, he's doing this thing to do that thing to do that thing, and that's really cool. And people probably watch my content because they like the blind experience, but I feel like this challenge run is like a weird middle ground where I'm trying to do a challenge run meant for people who know a lot more about the game while not knowing more about the game. And like in free-to-play, I know a fair amount about the game. I think I'm confident enough to say that in free-to-play, I'll find my way through. Like, I know the game world decently well. I can figure it out. But the moment free-to-play is over, I don't know what my goal is going to be. I don't know the world well enough. So I don't even know if the series will continue after free-to-play, or if we'll have to do, like... If we'll have to find a different challenge to do, like change something up, lock myself to an area, lock myself to something else. I don't know, because I just don't know which area I would even go into. Like, I don't even know where I'm going with this series right now, because it's just going all over the place. What I want to do, by the way, but I'm kind of holding off on it because Sailing is coming out, is I think I want to go check out Varlamore. I think Varlamore is a really cool area, aesthetically, from what I've heard, and I would like to go check it out. So I was going to do that this week. I was thinking about doing that this week, but I kind of want to wait until Sailing, because I don't want to have, like, the middle of Varlamore and then, like, break away and do Sailing. But I'm thinking I'll do Varlamore, and I might go back to the video format for Varlamore, because, you know, I want to cover it well, and I don't want to cover it with just like this, you know, like rambling, which, you know, for a stream can be fun, hopefully. But, you know, I think when people want to see me explore Varlamore, they don't want to see me just like ramble 80% of the time. I think they want to see the highlights more, which is what the videos obviously are. But I could be wrong, but that's kind of how I feel. So the way I'm thinking about doing this is, like, the streams are just gonna be this, rambling, skilling, stuff that I would do off stream anyway, and I'll go back to videos for actual progression, which is kind of why I've been holding off on doing quests on stream. Maybe I should. Like, maybe it's fun watching me piece things together. But I also think that there are so many quests where I would just be spending like 75% of the time just aimlessly trying to think what I need to do, that people are just like, dude, just like, why? But we'll have to see. So in terms of the challenge where it is right now, and I'm going to base this on the assumption that you guys have seen it. I'm not sure where I'm moving with that character. So I've kind of committed to melee combat, and I guess I should put some points into some levels into cooking, right? Because I'm going to have to do cooking in order to get food for Elvark. Is there any food outside of cooking that is good enough to help me deal with Elvark? Unless I can do like this flinch strat you guys were talking about, where maybe I don't even take damage, which would require me to learn flinching, which, to be fair, would be cool to learn how that works. But then what do I put my points into? Do I just put everything into combat that I can? But then, you know, I need to make sure that my total level is high enough to be able to allow those to be leveled. So then what other skill will be beneficial to me? What will I level? I'm not entirely sure. Obviously, you know, these 4 will be leveled. Like prayer I could put some points into prayer that could help me out a little bit, but I don't know. I suggest to go in magic, because then you could use jugs of wine as food. Yeah, you mentioned that. So the jugs of wine, they heal for 11. At least I think that's what you mentioned. Hold on, let me go into that. So jug of wine OSRS. Let's see. I actually don't know about this food. Okay, a jug of wine is a type of drink that restores 11 hit points and temporarily lowers attack by 2, leaving behind an empty jug after consumption. It can be obtained by using grapes with a jug of water, required level 35 cooking. That's possible. The process of fermenting the jug of wine takes 12 seconds and grants 200 cooking experience. This timer resets each time another grape is added to another jug of water. You can also make a jug of bad wine. You can buy them quite easily, to be fair. Oh, okay. So yeah, there is still the option of just... Oh, let me put it here. There is still the option of just completely ditching melee. Because, you know, it's not high enough anyway to the point where it's going to, like, make a big dent into my available levels. And we'll probably want to level it later anyway for different things outside of free-to-play. So I'll just sit on those levels. And then I'll level magic. Oh yeah, the shops, of course. Let's see, so shops, item sources, shop locations. So there are 2. There's Karamya, and there is... Oh, Draenor Village sells them in the wine shop. Wait, they're sold at 1 gold each? Oh, there's a number in stock with a restock timer. Okay, so I guess I'll have to pick them up at, you know, like on occasion. Like just pick up a couple, right? There we go. Level 19 Hunter. You can now trap tropical wagtails. So these guys have been giving me like, what, 48 experience each, I think? So I believe the tropical wagtails are over on the other side of the island. So I'll just run over there. But yeah, I guess I could move into magic and use those jugs. Because those jugs, they heal a lot. But they reduce my attack. But if I don't care about attack, as you mentioned, I can just use magic. And Elvark is weak to water, right? And it could be fun, because last time I dealt with Elvark... tropical wagtails, here they are. Last time I dealt with Elvark using melee as well, so it could be cool to have a different approach this time. I actually don't know, can Elvark be safe spotted? I mean, that would kind of ruin the challenge, I guess, but... I don't even know if you can. I guess probably not, right? Like, they wouldn't want you to safe spot a boss, I think. Yeah, both the demon in the maze and Elvark are weak to water. Oh, beautiful! Oh yeah, the demon in the maze is also an interesting one. And of course, like, I think there's from what I remember, there's like 3 bosses that are like somewhat maybe challenging, which is the mage guy at the end of the quest over here, the Corsair Curse, I believe it was called, the demon and Elvark, right? And I guess to a lesser extent, maybe the vampire guy. I guess maybe Demon Slayer can be a bit challenging depending on my combat level, because the other wizards will destroy me. But if I have good magic resistance to the magic gear, then that should not be a problem. No safe spot for Elvark because of Dragonfire, but most other mobs in free play can be safe spotted. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Oh, I guess my fail rate for these will be quite high, right? So at some point you were able to like put something on them, like with a torch, I believe. So what exactly was that? It failed again. But you can't lay a trap here. But there was just a trap here. Well, we'll put it over here then. Unless it was over there. Maybe it was. I don't know. I want to see how much experience they give. Because the other ones gave me, I believe, 48. And if these guys give me like 100 plus or something, and even with a decent, like a mediocre success rate, I guess that's probably better. But I guess we'll see in just a moment. Well, I guess we're chilling today. You know, it's kind of odd when I started this series. And I did my first ever RuneScape stream. We had over 20 people. Then a while ago, you know, we had like 12 people still. Now we have 2 consistently. 2, 3. I don't know what's happening and where everyone's going, but it's not here. Oh, the bird snare has dropped. I mean, I'm thinking it's also in part just because YouTube doesn't really recommend live streams, even to subscribe people. Like quite often I'll hear nothing about a YouTuber I watch going live, and I'll only notice it hours later. Well, how soon did you announce those streams? Not at all. I just went live. I only started announcing them quite recently. I actually, for those streams, I just kind of went live, and they performed better, which was quite surprising. Like, I'm trying to announce them. This one was on 20 minutes in advance because I wasn't sure I was going to be home tonight. Quite often I'll try and put them like an hour, 2 hours in advance whenever possible, but it's always a bit hard to schedule them too far in advance. I mean, not that I'm, you know, bothered too much by it, because this is fine as well. Still having a great time. It's not about the quantity, it's about the quality, guys. Thank you for bringing the quality here. What are you doing, by the way? You guys also on the grind right now? Leveling some hunter, perhaps? Something else, maybe? Also gonna return to Recipe for Disaster at some point. You know, we've been on Recipe for Disaster for so long, but there's just... These last two are just way harder than the rest. But it's cool to have this thing in the background that we can at some point return to. You're 99 Hunter, so no, just AFK at Gargoyles. I have no idea what Gargoyles are. I mean, I'm assuming they're a combat activity, because Gargoyles generally are enemies, but... How much do these red feathers sell for? 15 each. That's kind of bad. I'm doing some low-effort melee training that you haven't encountered yet. Is it the crab? I mean, I don't know where the crab is, but I just know the crab exists. I know there's a crab you can just AFK combat. I don't know where he is. I don't know what he is besides being a crab. I don't know if there's anything besides, you know, just standing there and hitting, but I'm aware there is a crab. But you know what? I will find the crab when I find the crab. I'm guessing it's in kind of recent content. My guess, and you know, you guys don't need to confirm this for me, but my guess is that he is in Varlamore. And the reason for that is that I think it's kind of recent content, because there was like this big hype on the Reddit, which you know feeds into my Reddit front page a lot, and I just saw like crab posts constantly. And you know, Varlamore's the last thing that came into the game before sailing, I guess. So I'm assuming there's a crab somewhere there. Plus, you know, crab in an Aztec kind of themed area, you know, it makes some sense. So let's see, where would I be if I were a crab? There's a rainforest. If I were a crab, hold on, let me see this. Oh, it succeeded. There we go. So 48 to 95. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, it's one more. The stripy feather. Okay. Crabs have been a big part of RuneScape culture for ages. Yeah, I believe I think it was you, right? You told... No, sorry, it wasn't you. It was Light. He told me in-game with the little tour about the crabs in Fossil Island. I guess they were like really good for combat training, right? And now you know, now the crab has come in, like the AFK method, and people just flock there. But I think those crabs were very good for quite some time. Like big HP pool, low defense, low damage, I think. And aggressive. So are there, currently at level 19, are there any other engaging things I can do? I guess I could look for the butterflies. I mean, ruby butterflies are something I can look into. And I guess clicking butterflies could be more fun than doing this. I mean, most things in life are more fun than this, so probably. Yep, and when we complain about sub prices, we usually say crab emoji. $11 crab emoji. At 20 you can lay 2 traps. Okay, I mean that's kind of cool, I guess, at least. I think that's in the other section, right? No, in the trap section. Wait, use a noose wand in tracking. Also, I was able to use a noose wand for something there. So yes, lay up to 2 traps at a time. Okay, that's gonna speed things up quite a bit. I mean, has there been a lot of complaining about the sub prices? I feel like the business model for this game has been quite fair and quite cheap, considering the fact that you don't really need anything else in game. Especially, you know, when you compare it to stuff like World of Warcraft, where it is a sub fee and a box price, and there is a cash shop in the game. Not that you should always just compare, because sometimes, like, you know, less evil doesn't mean it's good, but I feel in the general market that the price is fair, I think. Then again, I guess people have probably been playing since the sub price was like €5 or something, because I remember it was like 5 back when I played, and I couldn't afford it as a little kid. So I guess people are maybe stuck in the like, oh, but it's like 250% of what it used to be. It's so much. Which is a point. At least that's my assumption here. Obviously, I could be very much wrong. Beautiful feathers. Fortunately, at least the song that plays here is somewhat decent. Come on, Birdie. I think people with ongoing subs from back then still only pay €5. Yeah, something like Legacy something, right? I think. Oh wait, hold on. Did I murder something? It gets used ironically a lot. Like if Jagex accidentally misspells a word in NPC dialogue, people will say the game is literally unplayable and post crabs. I love that. I love that. You know, I do feel, and you guys probably know a lot more about this than I do, because I don't really frequent the Reddit too much. But I feel like a lot of game audiences are extremely negative towards their game. You know, you'll come to a subreddit, whether it's a really good game or a really bad game, and no matter what the question is, it will always be like, yeah, but you know, the developers suck, they don't know what we want, and the game is bad. And they'll just be pushing new players away. I feel like from what I've seen, RuneScape doesn't do that too much. I feel like generally people are surprisingly positive about their own game and how Jagex does things. Obviously there's memes, as you just mentioned, but I do think overall the vibes are better than most MMO scenes. Like, I remember people, like, with the whole New World incident, you know, how the game unfortunately seems to be dying. Hopefully that can be resolved in some way, but so far it seems to be dying. It's kinda interesting to see how people were, like, extremely negative about the game. Like, if you ever ask someone, hey, how is New World? Pretty much everyone was like, yeah, it's shit. And I'm like, dude, promote your game. You know, promote your game, word of mouth, make it bigger. Like, if someone asks me, like, hey, how is Guild Wars 2? You know, which is, like, the MMO I've played the most out of the last 10 years. I'd tell them, you know, great game, has some issues. You won't notice them until you're hundreds of hours in. But, you know, have a fun time. It's a great game. And then if they're like, hey, what are these issues? I'll tell you. But first, it's a great game. Go play. Unless we're competing against WoW, then it's the best thing since sliced bread. It helps at Jagex, at least for OS Res. Not sure about Eros 3. The devs are very involved with the community. JMods are awesome. Yeah, it surprises me how much they're involved with the community. Like, they're communicating a lot. They're making content together, I feel. You know, I remember, before I even started the series, I remember there was this Josh Thrive Hayes moment where he was at... Is it called RuneFest? I believe, where he was doing the interviews and stuff. And honestly, that was like a part of what piqued my interest. Like, the fact that... that they just invited like this, well, almost like semi-random YouTuber, which obviously, you know, he's kind of big right now and he does play RuneScape a lot. But the fact that he was just like brought onto the panel instead of like a random developer that doesn't have like any sense of charisma, it feels like they know, hey, we are not the vocal point. Like, we just share the information and we allow our content creators to do the thing that they do best, which is create content, create hype. I think they did that very well, which is part of what brought me into trying the series. Because at the start of the year, I was thinking like, hey, I've just wrapped up WoW. I was kind of burned out of the series. I had like 158 videos, I believe, and I was just kind of burned out. I didn't really see anything really that I wanted to cover anymore, and I was like, you know what? I might return to it. I might finish it, and I might still at some point return to it. Maybe, I don't know. But for now, it's on like this indefinite shelf that, you know, probably it will be on for quite a while. But back then I was thinking, okay, I want to do this series for another game. I wanted to do it for one of the bigger games because, you know, that's really fun because I've never really experienced them to great depth. And, you know, I was thinking maybe I can do New World. Maybe I can do Final Fantasy XIV. Maybe I can do Elder Scrolls Online. Like, they're all games that I've dabbled in, but not games that I've gotten deep into. And then I saw RuneScape and I'm like, this game seems to be doing quite well. And then I saw the Josh Strive Hayes thing on RuneFest and I'm like, okay, the developers seem to know what they're doing. People seem to be excited about the game. And I'm like, I played it as a kid. So, you know what? Let's hop back in. You know, maybe it's good. And I was kind of expecting, honestly, to be burned out of this game very quickly because of just like the way it's not very MMO-ish. It's a point-and-click adventure game with MMO aspects. But I was wrong. I'm having a lot more fun than I expected. But I could have very well been playing a different game than RuneScape. And I'm happy I chose RuneScape. I think it was a great decision. Both for the channel, as well as just for my own personal enjoyment, because this game is wonderful. What isn't really wonderful is, well, this. What we're doing right now. It is not the best content in this game. Did you see Jagex started a podcast? They actually mentioned a pretty old video essay about OSRS in it. It's cool to see how they know older stuff and not just the current popular content. Oh, I haven't heard about that. Wait, the Jagex... Hold on, let me look this up. A Jagex podcast? That sounds pretty interesting. Oh, let me quickly do that. So, Jagex podcast. The official OSRS podcast. A golden age and balancing new content in OSRS. Wait, is it like a bunch of developers talking about their the way they approach design in the game? Because that's fascinating to me. Might be the old school RuneScape YouTube channel. Yeah, it is. I don't know if they did multiple parts, but this is something that I am actually interested in because I think I mentioned it before. You know, I did study a little bit of game design, and it's always fascinated me. So if I can, you know, hear developers talk about a game that I am currently, you know, sort of analyzing for myself, and hear the developers talk about it, that's always interesting. OS history is being made. Dev dive deep into sailing, featuring Alan Walker. That's, you know, I love how whenever I am watching the old school... Okay, guys, the old school RuneScape channel, is that by Jagex? Are they running this channel? Or is this some other team that's not just actually Jagex? Because the thumbnails and stuff, they don't look corporate. They don't look boring. They don't look like something that a bunch of suits did. They look like someone who loves the game and just wanted to create content for the game. And if that's the case, like if these are the developers making this, obviously like they might get some outside help, you know, with like thumbnail design and stuff. But like I see constant like featuring this guy, featuring this guy, featuring this guy. Like I love how they're bringing in all these community members as well to like help them create content. It's so cool. It's the official channel and that's the first episode. I might listen to that episode. That sounds fun. Huh. Wow, the first video was mining Then there was OMG, is that a rare that has spawned? Uncovering the rotten potato. PKers steal a pumpkin. Party hat announcement. Dude, these videos are so old school. In their thumbnail, like they didn't even have thumbnails back then. They were just, I think they were just like stills from the video itself. Which, to be fair, is how my first videos ever were also made. You know, I didn't know a thumbnail was a thing. You think I knew what editing was? No, I just recorded and I uploaded. I remember Caritas got a shout out in an update post quite early on into his channel. Dude, that I'm assuming that boosts your channel like a ton, right? If you're shouted out on the official channel. Also, Caritas is one of the WoW guys, right? That came over. Or am I wrong? Hold on, let me check his channel. I think he's. I love how I check him out and literally all his popular videos are WoW player plays OSRS. He started before the WoW guys. He didn't stream WoW, just played it. Oh, okay. Like, I haven't watched him at all, so I don't really know who he is, but I've heard his name. I hear so many names. I love how invested people are in their content creation scene. Like, you know, if I go to Guild Wars 2 for, you know, just to draw an example here, like we have a couple of big content creators, but none of the big ones are even close to the size that the OSRS community is, and people are not as invested in their content at all. It also doesn't help that this game is infinitely more streamer friendly than Guild Wars 2. Funny, I just got back to Guild Wars 2 this week. Hey, so did I. Great. I just started playing the new expansion because I played the expansion with my sister, and we just got into the new expansion. We've just kind of been messing around with the first map, and you know, like we're probably about like a third to halfway into the story, I reckon. I haven't really checked how long it's supposed to be, but so far I'm really enjoying my time. No, I do have some Guild Wars 2 content on the channel as well. It's mostly guides for builds and stuff. And I would love to do more Guild Wars 2 content. And honestly, if I wanted to make 1,000 subscribers quickly, like if that was my only goal, I would just create a couple of Guild Wars 2 guides on popular topics. I wouldn't really have any passion for it, but people would just like be like, oh yeah, okay, cool. Because guide content always does well. And I know a lot about the game because I've been playing it since launch, like actually since Head Start. So I know a lot about the game, so I could easily create guides, but I don't know, I haven't lost passion for the game, but I've lost passion for content creation for the game a little bit. So like I'll make like the occasional video whenever I feel like something is really dear to me. I started a new character and realized I just accidentally recreated my current D&D character. Oh. So what class are you playing? Or profession, as the game obviously calls them. I've always been an Elementalist main, even though Ellie has more often than not been kind of mediocre and way too hard to play for mediocre results. There's just something satisfying about playing Ellie. Now, I was actually thinking earlier this week, like, hey, should I stream some of the Guild Wars 2 content? But then I realized most of the viewers here are RuneScape viewers, and I'm also a little bit scared that when I just like randomly hop to a different game, like people will be like, oh, is he leaving? Okay, I'll unsubscribe. I don't care about this game. Go away. Go away, weird Guild Wars 2 man. But yeah, I think I'll go magic on the sublocked playthrough. I think that could be cool. My main has been a Sylvari Firebrand, but I wanted to learn the game better since I haven't played in years, so I'm leveling an Asura at NG. But NG is so weird in the sense that I feel like the core engineer experience is absolutely nothing like most of its elite specs. which is both good and bad. I think NG is really fun. I really loved... around launch, I played a fair amount of just grenade kit, condition, engineer. It wasn't great because condition damage was terrible around launch, but I loved just like spamming grenades on people with like bleeds and poison. With the 2 and the 4, I believe they were. And it was just really, really fun. Although it was kind of crap. But yeah, I have so many cool things, so many cool memories of that game. But the I do believe the Hollowsmith from Path of Fire is probably one of, if not the best, designed elite spec in the game. At least from a thematic point of view. It's so cool. And the new one looks interesting as well, although I haven't had the time to try it yet. Only played the new elite spec. Come on, man. The success rate here seems to be absolutely terrible. So this is the 78th trap we've set up. But yeah, Firebrand has always been good. I've played a ton of Firebrand in Fractals. It's great for you know, tier 4 and challenge modes. I just have been dreading spending $75 on the new X-Specs. I mean, what I would probably recommend if money is a bit of an issue is... I'm expecting... I mean, I'm assuming you probably have the expansions up to End of Dragons, most likely. So if you're just missing the recent 3, I wouldn't be surprised if at least the first one of the 3, Secrets of the Obscure, will go on sale pretty soon. Maybe a Genthier Wilds as well, but I'm not sure. I think probably just Secrets. Remember when I hinted that Fossil Islands are good for Hunter? Yeah, you did. You did. Is that... hold on, let me move my mouse over to Fossil Islands. The Untamed Ocean, the Cinder Waters, the Wyvern's Wake, Eastern Doldrums, Ancient Reef. This is all new, right? All this stuff. This was just like random water. Okay, so what things are here? So there's herbivores, which I can't do. Herbivores. So what is this birdhouse site? Because I think I can do some birdhouse stuff. Correct, I'm mostly waiting for a sale. Yeah, makes sense. I mean, you've got a lot of content to play anyway. I don't know if you intend on playing through the entire story from start to finish again, because if that's the case, you have quite some time to... well, you have quite some content to play through first. I don't know if you're like... I'm pretty much... I'm a big story enjoyer, so I've, you know, played through most of the content at least twice. Yeah, I guess there must be something on Fossil Island then, but maybe it's the birdhouses stuff. I don't really see any other hunter stuff, at least not on the map. Another birdhouse site. Birdhouses are a bit difficult to figure out at first. Yeah, because I saw one succeeded. We're getting kind of close to 20. One more for 20. Okay. So these birdhouses... I mean, to be fair, the entirety of Hunter is difficult to figure out at first. Like, Hunter is not very intuitive. So birdhouses. There's a normal birdhouse trap, an oak birdhouse trap, a willow. Okay, so there are all the tiers of logs. So I'm assuming I have to make them out of logs because they're named after the trees. So I can make oak birdhouses. Does it say anything about them here? So set a bird trap. Okay, so it's just a bird trap. But I guess I can put up any kind of trap up to 2. So I can put down 2 birdhouses at the next level. Ah, it failed. So remember how I said that I needed to remind myself to drink a lot of water to not get a sore throat? I have succeeded at that. I'm feeling pretty good right now. All the problem is I've drank so much that I need to AFK again. We're back. birdhouses. Oh, hold on. That's Miles. What does Miles want again? This is a spade. What did it give me? Some gold. Okay. Birdhouses do not count as traps. You can set all 4. Oh. That could be a bit interesting then. But I guess I'll have to make the birdhouses, right? And my guess is that birdhouses, my guess that birdhouses are made at the birdhouse sites. So that would imply that if I went here, for example, I would bring logs to build birdhouses at birdhouse sites. I don't know if that's correct, but that makes some sense. Wait, am I even in the correct spot anymore? Are these birds just... I mean, I guess we're fine. We just need one more, okay? One more, and then we can put down 2. I don't have to, but we can put down 2. My list is seeming rather offline lately. Come on, come on, give me a bird. Bird. Bird on my snare. Come on. Okay, we'll get the trap. We'll bring it a bit more over here. This is where the birds are. There we go. Put the bird snare down. Come on, birdie. Come on, birdie. You know you want to, birdie. Welcome online. Come on, birdie. Come on. I love how we've gained like 3 levels in like what? How long have I been going? Almost 2 hours. So like our experience rate is not particularly good. I was shown as offline because I said private off. Ah, okay, okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Where's my trap? It's in my inventory. Low-level hunter is slow, but it gets better. Okay, okay. Good to know that it gets better because, my god, if this is slow and it gets even slower, then, you know, I'll lose my brain cells. But the fact that everyone seems to say that, you know, early hunter is crap, it becomes better, and makes me feel good. Also, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. This is 20. There is a special something to make hunter fun. Well, this is already better. You can now have up to 2 traps placed at a time and catch mossy lizards inside Nepotsli. That sounds like something from Varlamore. Nepotsli. Mossy lizards. Okay, 2 traps. So that means I could go to a bank right now. Because I think there's one in my bank. Hunt level 20. That feels good, that feels good, that feels good. I'm happy I knocked that out. I'm hoping this means the worst levels, in terms of engaging gameplay, are over. Because now I can put 2 traps down, you know, I have a bit more stuff to play with. So, I go here. Let's just put this stuff in there. Let's just put all of this stuff. Yeah, I'll sort everything later. It's... these ones I'll keep. This one I don't need. This one I don't need. Here we go. Put all of that stuff. That. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. I believe I have a bird trap here. Okay, so now we have 2 bird traps. Oh, they stack as well. That's lovely. Okay. So I will probably go to a different area, but I do want to experiment a little bit with these 2 traps, which might make it a little bit more dynamic at least. Alright. Here we go. We walk back over to these guys. I mean, I'm always tempted to put them over at the other guys again, because these guys, as much as they give me double experience, they're remarkably low success rate. Okay, so bird snare 1, bird snare 2. Beautiful. That's the first time I'm putting 2 traps down. Someone can just sit here and wait. Guys, do I have to even walk away? And if so, how far do I have to walk away? I feel like I need to walk away, but I don't know if that's actually the case. I feel like I'm scaring them away by standing next to them, but maybe I'm wrong and I can just stand next to the traps as they're, you know, doing their thing. Maybe it's like a placebo thing right now. I have no idea if that's true. Come on. Come on, get into my traps, man. As long as you don't stand on the trap, you're fine. Okay, so if I stand, for example, like right here, it's good. Oh, yeah, both. One of them, that's fine. I think there's a minuscule advantage to walking away. Okay. Okay, here we go. Trap number 1. Trap number 2. And walk away a little bit. Just so I guess this is probably fine. Here we go. Immersion. I'm in the grass, guys. They don't know I'm here. It's nice to see a familiar face, a familiar voice, but a different place. I'm happy to see you're still going strong. I just wanted to stop by and say hello to... Hey, man. Hey. Okay, so he actually... you know, I actually heard your messages to my sister when we were playing Ghost the other day. It was great to hear from you again. Well, through her, I suppose. But dude, I haven't spoken to you in what, years? Like, guys, I had a previous channel before this channel, and well, it was kind of terrible, but like even more terrible than this one. But he actually watched me on there as well, and it's great to have you back on board, man. It's great to have you back on board. Yeah, it's a different place. You know, it's been a couple years. I've moved, well, quite a couple of years ago at this point. But yeah, it's great. I think I was still living with my parents when you watched my channel, man. That's a while ago. But yeah, I appreciate you coming in and saying hi. That's really fun. How are you doing? You know, since the channel swap, you know, I've upgraded the setup, you know, got the better audio, got the green screen, got the lights. We're a professional now, okay? As much as I can be a professional around here. Oh, there we go, another bird. Yeah, okay, 2 traps is feeling a lot better. I have to be honest, this is just... It's already... It feels like I'm engaging more with the game. It feels like it's obviously faster. I'm happy. It's an improvement. Ah, they both failed. Wait, did they fail? They didn't fail yet, right? Wait, hold on, what am I doing? Yeah, they did fail. Yeah. I was just looking at some settings somewhere else, and I'm just like, wait a second. What am I doing with my life? Oh, there we go. Beautiful. That's a bird snare done. Put it back. Ooh, now they are diagonal. Okay, very slowly making prayer progress. Extremely slowly, but progress is progress. Every single experience point is better than no experience point. It's been a while, just going on with the day-to-day life and traveling. Yeah, I heard that you were traveling a lot. So is that like personal traveling, or are you traveling for work? But you know, it's good to hear that you're able to travel a lot. You know, I think generally traveling is a good thing to be able to do. Level 21 already. There we go. You can now catch red crabs. I don't know what these red crabs are. Oh, I just saw the second OSRS podcast episode went live 15 minutes ago. Oh, they're doing live. Is it like a live recording? Or is it just like a... Or do you mean like the video went up? Actually, I guess I can check because I think I saw the thing open. Yeah, hold on, let me... Because I think it's the kind of thing you would want to do. It's pre-recorded. Ah, okay, yeah. We spoke it into existence. Okay, yeah, we did. I mean, you know, it's good. I like having a podcast where there's a couple of videos ready, so I can, you know, have some lengthy stuff to watch. If I can find the time, that's always the thing. But, you know, now that I'm not dedicating myself to, you know, a RuneScape video frequently, at least for like a little while, you know, I have a bit more time to just watch stuff. It's pre-recorded. Yeah, okay. I expected that. I mean, I think generally you want podcasts to be pre-recorded. I think sometimes live can work, but like there's so many ways things can go wrong with technical difficulties or someone saying something they shouldn't have said. Like, I think you generally just want to go safe and go pre-recorded. I'm also a little bit I think you guys were both. I can't remember exactly, but I think you guys were both quite into the hardware markets. But I might be wrong here. But I'm really looking into GPUs right now. So I was looking to buy something in the next couple of months. I was initially waiting for the Super Series to come out, but now there's more and more rumors that the Super Series might not actually come out, or at least be heavily delayed due to the price increases of the required hardware. So now I'm looking at maybe like, well, let's see if AMD has anything cooking in like the short term, or maybe I should bite the bullet and just buy like a 5080 now or something. Because, you know, I would love to play the big games, you know, like I would love to play Cyberpunk or something like that, because I have a really good monitor right now, but I don't have the GPU to support it yet. So yeah, I'm a little bit torn as to what I want to do with the whole PC situation. My PC still works. Like, you know, I'm very happy to be able to say that this PC has served me well now. This GPU has served me well now for 8.5 years, closing in on 9. But it's it needs an upgrade at some point. I mean, I can already say that I'm having a lot more fun with this skill now that there's 2 traps. Doesn't make a big difference, but it's enough to at least reinvigorate me a little bit. Because it doesn't feel as terrible for one to fail, because you know there's a second one also working at the same time. Two traps is not what I meant. Getting more fun. Oh, I know. But it's just this is already a bit more fun. I love how this one sat on this one, failed, and was like, well, haha, but there's another one. Haha. Like, I know it'll probably get more fun, but relative to what I was doing previously, it's better. Better already. You might see like a new thing appear in the chat on the stream right now. It's because I swapped to live chat as opposed to top chat. I hate that it's on top chat by default, because sometimes like some messages are filtered out and I don't know why. It should still be the same URL at least, I think, so it should not require me updating anything. Oh, didn't build this one. Yeah, so what I was guessing you thought by it becoming more fun is probably box trapping. I'm guessing. Box trapping seems kind of okay. I've seen people do it around me and it looks kind of fun. Well, at least more fun than this. Level 22. You can now catch young implings. Is that the first tier of imps that I can now catch? Let's see. Implings. Oh no, that was baby implings. So that's baby and that's young. And soon I can barehandedly catch baby implings. Whatever that's supposed to mean. I guess that means I need no tools. By fun, did you mean level 5 plus or level 45 plus? Level 5 plus? Or is that a typo? What would 45 plus be? Chambers of Zarek? More like 46. That's still quite a while off, but it's something to look forward to. So what would... Hold on, let me see. What is 46? Where do I see 46? No 46 here. Probably not this one, barehanded earth implings. I guess that's probably not it. No box trap. No net trap. No pitfalls. No crabs. No aerial. No birdhouses. Access to the Hunters Guild and basic Hunters rumors. Looking it up is spoilers. I mean, is it really? I don't know. I don't feel like that's a big spoiler. Because like anything that I can just see from the list of level ups, I've looked through most of the skills like quite a decent amount. So. But yeah, I guess maybe it's spoilers in a way. I don't know. But get access to the guild is kind of cool. The Hunter Guild. Okay, let's ditch all this meat. And put the thing down again. And let's ditch more meat. Oh. I think I have a hotkey set up for dropping, but... no, just kidding. Hunter Guild's a nice change of pace, though. I mean, I'm hoping it's a nice change of pace. I'm assuming there's something more fun before that, right? Because if I have to do 22 to 46 with just these traps... I mean, I guess at some point they'll become very high success rate at least, so, that's good. So I'm assuming success rate also scales on level, most likely. There we go. I mean, halfway to 23. It's not terrible. Any other recommendations, guys, for fun ways to level with my current level? The birdhouses stuff? Like, should I look into birdhouses? I guess I should look into birdhouses, right? I mean, it's both a new system to interact with, as well as just potentially a better setup. Yes. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go finish up this level. And then we're going to look into birdhouses. So, Well, the meta is birdhouses, just so to make you aware, since other methods are slow. Oh, okay. So, I mean, to be fair, I still want to check out the other methods, but I don't mind doing the meta thing on occasion. You know, at least I feel as though I've experienced what early game Hunter means. Obviously, you know, I do want to check out all these methods because it's fun to just at least experience them. But it's nice to know that the birdhouses can be like the optimal level of method for a bit. It seems they scale out quite high as well. Like they go all the way from 5 to 89, which is great. And it gives me a reason to level my woodcutting a bit more, because I'm assuming I will need these logs to make the birdhouses. But I don't know how that... Ooh, look at this, 2 of them successful. Delicious. You'll probably do the other methods for the guild anyway. Okay, good to know. Okay, one of these is going to succeed, and that will bring me up to level 23. Okay, so the thing I'm able to do for birdhouses is... Okay, what I can do is I can do oak birdhouses, and then I can do willow birdhouses quite soon after. I just need 1 level. So I'll get that level doing oak birdhouses, I suppose. And... yeah, then I'll just sit on willow birdhouses. So I'm guessing that I need oak logs and willow logs. And I'll have to check the bank and see if I have those. Oh. You know, I still have this shitty axe, by the way. I still have this steel axe on me. Oh, they both failed. They both failed. It's fine though. It's fine. We put them back. Oh, didn't put them both back. Come on, succeed. This one is it. Oh, they both failed me again. You disappoint me, traps. How dare you? So, would you guys say that Hunter is the worst skill to level in the early levels? I guess it could be Prayer in a way, but Prayer is quite easy to do with like big bones. I mean, maybe farming is kind of shit as well. So far, I've not really enjoyed it. But I feel like probably Hunter is my least favorite skill to level in the early game so far. It started to get slowly better. Hunter. See, I love how you say Hunter and farming when those are the 2 skills that I've not enjoyed. So that means at least I'm aligned with the general consensus probably. And I said at the start of the stream, but you guys may not have been here. Just the purpose of these streams is really to hopefully get me to a point where I start enjoying them. Because I really want to enjoy every single skill. I enjoy pretty much everything. Like, the combat ones I enjoy. Ranged is I guess, is combat as well. Prayer I haven't really enjoyed that much, but, you know, like, I'll probably find a way at some point. Magic is really cool. Runecrafting is quite fun since I discovered a minigame. Construction I really enjoy. Hit points is just like, well, it just levels automatically. Agility is kind of interesting, at least it's unique. Herblore, I think I actually think I enjoy it a lot, but it's mostly I think just buying things of the Grand Exchange. Thieving is kind of cool. Crafting is just overall fun. Fletching is fun. Hunter is really cool. Oh, sorry, Slade is really cool. Hunter is like okay, I guess. Mining and smithing I really enjoy. Fishing and cooking I really enjoy. Woodcutting and fire making I really enjoy, although it's a little bit monotonous. And then farming I don't enjoy. So there's actually only 2 skills where I'm like, not really. Meta is to skip early Hunter and farming with certain methods. Oh yeah, I was totally expecting that. I mean, I know that you get like, I think you get Hunter experience from the museum, right? I think it got like level 9 or something. Was that the Hunter? I think it was Hunter. Or was that construction? No, it was Hunter, right? I think it was Hunter. From the museum. Not quite sure. As a blind player, Hunter is probably just too obscure to level efficiently. Yeah, I'd like to think that at the start of this video, I gave it a pretty good shot. I really tried to understand what was going on, but honestly, it is not well. The information is not well presented. The skills might be well done, but the information you need to use the skills is unfortunately not well presented, which, I mean, that would be technically kind of easy to change, I think. Like, which is why I think it's really important that Hunter gets an introductory quest. Like, I don't know, maybe not, because I think what you want to do is, I think you want to have a quest that just shows you like 2 or 3 different methods of hunting, but you need to have them all accessible from level 1, which is not the case, because you can only do polar cabbits and like birds kind of, and birds early. So you can't, I mean, I guess you can do the tracking thing and the birds, but then it's made more difficult because you can't level it wherever you want. You have to know where to look. Yeah, definitely. I noticed that I was just sitting on like a level 16 hunter or something. And, you know, I wanted to do more, but I really didn't find the motivation to come out here and like engage with these systems because I just didn't understand them well enough. And, you know, so far I still haven't looked up the wiki, and I kind of want to make sure I don't do that until I'm deeper in, especially for those reasons where, you know, I don't want to just see like, oh, you know, the only thing you need to do is this thing, ignore everything else. And I kind of know now that birdhouses are that way, but at least, like, I still want to experience all the rest, but I'll probably focus more on birdhouses just because I obviously care about efficiency to some point. Eagle's Peak, not sure if 27 requirements is still an intro. Yeah, that's probably not really an intro. I guess that was like 10 maybe is an intro, like, hey, you get to like mess around with it yourself a little bit and then you get the tutorial. But yeah, I feel like there are some skills that simply should have an introductory quest. Most notably farming and hunter. They should have a quest. Kind of similar to how construction has a quest. Give me a quest similar to that, but like have me make my own plot. Give me like enough experience, push me up to like level 10 to skip the early levels that nobody cares about. If people are skipping it anyway, make people skip it by doing the introductory quest. And it'd be even fine, in my opinion, to lock it behind the quest. Like, you know, you can't level herb lore before doing Druidic Ritual, I think it was called. I think it might be fine to lock Hunter behind something like that. But, you know, obviously, I'm a noob, so maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, I want to head to Fossil Island. I guess just going to Varrock is easiest, right? And then from Varrock, I just walk over. Because I don't think there's an easy teleport method that I have available to me right now, at least, to get to Fossil Island, that I remember. These gotta be dropped. It's gotta be dropped. Drop. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta check for the logs, I guess. Am I close to getting to 1.8 million? Kinda close, but the experience has been rather slow. Sailing as intro quest, explaining a skill. Okay. I'm actually really excited to check out sailing. It's gonna be fun. Dude, my inventory is becoming more and more of a mess. Okay, so there's logs, pile logs. I have oak logs, a fair amount. And willow logs, beautiful. I don't know if I'll actually need this, by the way, but I'll just bring them, and we'll just see. Because I love how you guys just haven't confirmed my theory that I've like mentioned several times now, which I don't know if that's because it's true or because, you know, I'm about to be surprised, but I like it that way. So shh, keep it quiet, guys. Keep it quiet. I will bring the logs and we'll see. Some lovely music. I love how these guys are wandering around here with like this wobbly log. Look at this thing. It's so wobbly. How do you create a ship out of this wobbly log? Actually, is that a log? Or is that a sack with something in it? There is a Fossil Island teleport. I'm not telling you how unless you ask. No, it's fine. I'll quick travel. I'll learn about that later. Thank you though for the offer. Okay, so there was a birdhouses thing close to here, wasn't there? This will probably require me to walk all the way around. Wasn't there one? There's herbivores. There's a birdhouse site right over there. Okay. That is to the west. So that will be over there somewhere. I think I have some add-on telling me that there's like these herbivore things on the floor here. So I guess herbivores are very important for late game progression. I love these mobs, by the way. Hoop snakes. They look so funny. Look at them. They're spinning like friggin' Beyblades. Oh, is it? Okay, it is here. Do I compete with someone? Okay, build space. You need a hammer and a chisel to make a birdhouse trap. Okay, hammer and chisel. Don't worry, I'll be right back. It's quite foggy here. I'm glad at least that I unlocked the bank. Like, I'm not sure if I'll need planks, but I'm assuming that I will need logs, not planks. Hold on, what was it? A chisel and a hammer, right? Yeah, a chisel and a hammer. Okay, put this away. And we get the chisel and the hammer. There we go. Now we have what we potentially need. Let's go make some birdhouses. Unless someone right now is like laughing at me because, you know I'm about to discover that I need something else and you're laughing your ass off right now. This guy's getting quite a lot of bird meat that he's just dropping all over the place. So is this a shared thing? I'm hoping it is. You don't have the right ingredients. Oak logs, one-time clockwork. Clockwork. So you were laughing at me. Okay. So other. Clockwork. Clockwork sounds like something craftable. Other? Craft a birdhouse trap from normal logs. Oh, okay, so that's... It is a crafting thing. But... Where do I get clockwork? I'll be honest, clockwork might be a wiki thing. Okay. Well, if it's so convoluted to get, then I will indeed do the wiki thing here, because if even you guys were saying that I probably won't be able to figure it out without spending hours and hours. Clockwork OSRS. Let's see how convoluted it was. Clockwork can be made on a crafting table 2 or better in the workshop of a player-owned house. I would not have been able to figure it out. Are there also... There are not shops that sell it. So I need to make them myself. It requires a steel bar and level 8 crafting. I haven't been to my house in so long. Hold on, let me... Do I have a bank in my house? I don't even know. Guys, you know what? I should actually just update the house a little bit. Teleport the house, here we go. Can I teleport back out to here as well? Not sure. Like, I should really... Like, I haven't been in here since Daddy's home. I really want to put some stuff in here, but... How does it work again? Can I enter, like, build mode or something? Oh, the bookcase! Oh! Guild Wars 2 desperately needs this. I'm actually not sure if they've added it since, because I've not really looked into it too much. Oh, I love this! The fact that you can just, like, click on Guide to Construction. And it will open up. Well, it won't open up, but it'll be here. And I can just drop it. And if I want to, I can get it again. Right? Yeah. This is really cool. I love this. Okay. Okay. There was a build mode thing, I believe. How do I enter build mode again? Was there a button somewhere? I see they updated the bookcase. It was just a text menu before. Yeah, either that or I'm using a plugin that I don't know. But it's really nice. trying to figure out how... Guys, how do I... Well, since you just took out the... Yeah, I mean, to be fair, you're right. I just took out the guide. You will need to turn on building mode. This can be done by entering the house or using a button on the options interface. If you have a bank pin, you must enter it before entering building mode. This can be done on entering the house or using a button in the options. These options? I can't remember. Can I like right click this and enter in building mode? No, okay. Hold on, what options? I did this before, right? Turn on building mode. This can be done on entering the house or using a button on the options interface. I'm assuming options is settings? Or was there another option? House options. Building mode. There we go. Ah, thank you, Dingus. You just helped me. I knew it. I figured it out, but thank you anyway. Entering building mode will destroy any items that are on the ground. Yes. Okay. Here we go. Beautiful. Now we can see what is going on. Okay. So I can't remember exactly how this worked, but what I need is I can close this. How does this... I want to build something on a bench spot. I probably need some stuff from the bank, but can I make a bench on a table spot? Build table space. Wood kitchen table, oak kitchen table. Okay, I want to make a chest here first, I think, like a bank chest. I'm assuming I can make one. Hold on, let me go into construction. Storage. Tool store. That would be like an early thing to get normally, I'd reckon. Is it in storage? Tool store, shoebox, shaving stand, tool store. Tool store. Skills? No, probably not, right? Other? I just want to make sure I can access my resources from here. Stash units. Is that it? Is it stash units? Beginner. 2 planks, 10 nails. Okay, so I'll have to leave real quick, I think. And get 2 planks, 10 nails. I think. Okay. If I do this, by the way, enter portal, do I go back to the previous area I was in? No. Okay, because it's located here, of course. Okay. There isn't a bank here. No, there isn't. So we'll just teleport over to Varrock again. Go to the bank. Hope you're all having a good Sunday, by the way. Sunday is meant to chill as much as possible. Okay, here we go. Let's put the logs away for just a moment. And we need 2 planks. So I'll look up plank. Ooh, I have 3. Okay, beautiful. So enough for now. And then I need 10. Oh, didn't mean to close this down. 10 nails. I'll just grab the mithril nails. There we go. Okay. Now we go back into the house. And now I just need to find out which spot I can build it on. So I'm assuming that stash unit is the bank, right? Oh yeah, I gotta enter building mode. Oz is really good at interweaving skills like this. Yeah, I really like it when I need this thing for that thing for that. Like, it really makes sure that I want to level everything, because everything just like funnels into a different thing. And in the end, they all, you know, feel cohesive. And I love that. So table space. Oh, maybe here. Cat basket. What is a cat basket space? Can I put my cat here in the house? I can make a cat basket, but no, for now I want to make stove barrel. Is this maybe where I can put a stash unit? No, this is for ale creation and stuff. Maybe it's in the first room. A fireplace. Door. Do I have any control over it myself? Like, how do I make additional rooms and stuff again? Is that also in the house settings? Default building mode. Toggle building modes by default. Yeah, for now that's useful. Render doors as initially open. Do not render doors. Oh. Call servant. Leave house. It's also a viewer. Oh, wait, hold on. What was this again? I can add a room. Oh yeah, for gold. Okay. You can build a new room by right-clicking doors. Oh yeah, that's how it worked. But it cost me money, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, so which one can I put a bank in? It's like a storage room. In the parlor, maybe in the parlor. Should we tell him? I don't know what you should or should not tell me, but I'll leave it up to you whether you think whatever should or shouldn't be told. Let him cook. Okay. Okay. I'm cooking. So. I mean, I'm assuming the stash unit is the bank. But actually, is it though? Because the reason I'm questioning my own sanity right now is that there is... Hello? Can I... What was it? Wait, hold on. This is not... Storage. Wooden bookcase. No, this is not correct. Is it this bug again? Oh, the storage thing that doesn't work anymore. Service works. Decorative works. Storage doesn't work. I've had this bug before. Because this is not storage, is it? Hold on. Or is it storage? Hold on. Is it storage? But there was a... Now I'm really confused. Wasn't there just a stash unit or something? Or was that somewhere else? Wait. My brain. It's kitchen. Wait, the kitchen allows me to build... Okay. Oh, here, it's an other. It's an other. Okay. Stash units. But why is there a beginner version? An easy version? Is there a size limit or something to it? Okay, but I need to build a kitchen at least. Okay, that's good to know. The kitchen will require 5k, so I forgot to bring cash, obviously, because I'm an idiot and I didn't know I needed cash for this. So let me teleport to Varrock again. Fortunately, you know, it's magic training. It's fine. It's experience. It's beautiful. It's high-pitched voices. I'll bring the entire cash pile that I have. Here we go. Bam. The money. I'm rich, you know. Teleport to house. There we go. Wait, you have a kitchen? Wait, hold on. I have a kitchen. Yeah, I do have a kitchen. But... is it the larder space? No. Shelf? It's not the shelf space, is it? Where did I put the storage unit then? What? Am I just an idiot right now? Or can I customize this in some way? Hold on. House. Viewer. Rotate. I don't remember what's in the book, but I think there are some useful tips for each room. Okay, okay, good call. Okay, here we go. Let's go through it real quick because we've already read it before. Raw materials, build, room types. This room can be used for preparing food. As you build better furniture in it, you will find yourself able to prepare better meals in it. Okay, so it's not the kitchen that I need, the parlor. This is the lowest level room and provides space for 3 people to sit around and have fire. The garden is largely decorative, but it also contains the exit portal. Dining room, 8 people can sit around the table you build in this room. The bedroom, some of the furniture in this room can be used to change your hair and clothes. You will also need to have 2 of these rooms in order to hire a servant. Halls are primarily used to connect to other rooms, but they also provide space to show off the owner's skill and quest achievements. Games room, various games can be built in this room to play together and train together. That's interesting. The combat room, you can challenge your friends in personal dueling. Workshops. This room allows you to train construction without modifying your own house by making furniture that can be sold to other players. It also provides space for you to train crafting and smithing. Interesting. The chapel is for... Oh! Can be used to offer bones. Hold on. Is that a better way to use bones than to bury the bones? Interesting. Study. You can use the lectern in this room to create clay tablets recording magic spells. Eagle lecterns make teleport spells. And demon lecterns make enchantment spells. The elemental sphere in this room can be used to change the element of an elemental staff. A portal chamber. In this room you can build portals to various places around the world. I think once I get into this, I think I'll really enjoy this system, honestly. So formal garden. The formal garden can contain various plants and ornaments to beautify the ground of your house. The throne room can be used to hold large audiences with numbers of friends. It also contains a lever that turns on challenge mode. Oubliette. If you build an oubliette below your throne room, you can drop people from there into the cage, which can fill them with various horrors. Dungeons are these horrors. Treasures. Okay, it doesn't say anything about storage units. Once again, I just want to have a storage unit in here. That's what I want to start off with. So so something about limestone. Hold on, let me go back to the start. Maybe I missed something here. In the building modes, the ghostly shapes of furniture and doorway you have not built yet will appear in your house. These are called hotspots. You can use these to build furniture and new rooms. To build a piece of furniture, right-click on the hotspot and select Build. You will then be able to select the piece of furniture you want to build from the menu. Below each furniture icon is a list of materials. To build the furniture, you will need to have all these materials in your inventory. You will also need to have a hammer, a saw, and have the correct construction level. Okay, so I will need to grab those things as well, but that's fine. Nails will slightly different. I mean... There's still nothing, I think, about specifically where I can... I mean, it should say something, right, about that. Hold on. We'll go into this menu. I mean, I'm assuming that stash unit... That this thing is the bank. But it's also the cat blanket. So can I build it here? No. Where does it go? There's a sink. Probably not there. I can make a golden sink. It's a gold sink. I love that. Okay, so it doesn't seem to be in the kitchen, as far as I can tell. Remove the kitchen. No. Okay, maybe we do need to tell him. Yeah, you might need to tell me. Honestly, I'm starting to stop understanding what's going on. I know I need... like, what I'm thinking is I'll need a different room that I can then... Like, if I were doing a video right now and I didn't have you guys to, like, bounce off of right now, I would look through this list and probably build something where I assume a chest would be. Which... might be in the workshop? You know what? We're making a workshop. Actually, I can see what's in here. A door? Clock making space, that's what I need. Okay, you know what? We'll build this. We will build this. We'll build. Because I will need this anyway. There's repair space, workbench space, clock making space. This is what I'll need for the birdhouses. So, okay, the stash unit cannot be built in a player house. Wait, hold on. Does that mean you cannot get a... You can get a bank in here, right? Or do you have to travel in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out? Because that will be absolutely terrible. Because, you know, I want to have a storage unit in my personal house. So I'm assuming I can make it, but I just need to make it elsewhere? Is it a crafting thing? Hold on. I'm not sure why it would be. Weaving, armor, spinning, pottery, glass, jewelry, weaponry. No, it's not in here, I think, unless it's under other. But where do I... Oh wait, there's actually boats already. Wait, this is new, right? For sailing. Dragon cannons. Dragon helms. Cool. Yeah, guys, I'm a little bit lost. Oh, hold on. Maybe here. I don't see anything regarding the storage unit, unless I need to talk to people from the Mahogany Homes area. Which seems quite unlikely, but maybe? Is Mahogany Homes also here? Nope. Okay. We teleport again. We go to Varrock. Back to Varrock. And we go to Mahogany Homes, which is there. I'm probably wrong on this one, but with a lack of anything better... Hold on, gotta really quickly check something. Not to do with the stream. Let's see, talk to Jeff. Please excuse me, I'm rather busy. Okay. I think we might have to fully spill the beans in this one. Yeah, this is one of those situations where, you know, I think I've been at it long enough to the point where, you know, I'm kind of fine being guided because it's either this or swapping over. Wait, hold on, this is not even Mahogany Homes, is it? No, that's over there. Where am I going? You can't make a bank at your What? What? Why would I not have you make a bank? But you want to like, spend time in your house, right? Like it'd be useful. Or is it just to make sure the player house doesn't just become like the default best option, so everyone's just in their house and nobody's in the open world anymore? Is that why they don't put the bank there, so people have to leave their houses and do things? So you could see people around banks and banks don't become completely obsolete? Because that's the only thing I can think of. But does that mean that whenever I want to make some stuff, you can get a servant later that will be getting items from the banks if you pay him? Oh, okay. Because I was thinking, like, if I have to keep teleporting in and out, like, that sounds like a terrible time. Also, I need a saw, so let me get this saw. Okay, but I have built. Take the saw. I have built what I need, right? Sorry, no, I don't have. I have the room I need, and for that thing in construction. Oh, these are the servants: Rick, maid, cook, butler, and a demon butler. They're not too high level, honestly, so if they're not too expensive, this is kind of fine. So, what I needed was in the... What was it? It was like a clock making thing, right? Like it was specifically called clock making. I'm assuming it's in skills, right? I love how butlers are all job names except Rick. Hold on. Yeah, Rick, maid, cook. You know, I just imagine like the other 4 people. You know, they're professionals. You know, they've been training in their craft for years. You know, they're highly paid. And then Rick's like this random guy just like got off the street. He's like, "Hello, I'm Rick." There's also an NPC outside your player house that can unload items for you for early training. Oh. So I could just take, you know, like a couple hundred noted planks with me, so I can just kind of like go through it really easily. Okay, that's good to know. So hold on, what I needed was I think it was a clock making bench or something like that, and I'm assuming that is under skills. So clay, repair bench, pluming stand. Okay, maybe not. I should have checked in the house. I mean, to be fair, what I'll do is I'll go to the bank. I'll grab the noted items and I'll just go there, and we'll just see from there. You know, because this is the new player experience. This is just, you know, lots of messing around and figuring things out. So I needed a saw and a hammer, right? So I have those. And I can deposit these, and I can go plank. Oh wait, I only have 3 planks. Wait, but I think I had... So these are regular planks. I think I have logs. I don't really have many logs. I have oak logs. Hold on. Then we go to the next one. We take a bit of a longer route, guys. So we equip the axe. We just keep the runes we need for house and the rock. So that's air, fire, air, earth. So air, fire, earth. Okay, water can go for now. Oh, need to be at the bank. Get a bit of space back. This one can go to the bank for a moment. This one can go to the bank for a moment. The nails we'll need. The money we'll need. I guess I'll just keep this. I'll just keep this, and I'll drop that. Just want to make some quick planks. I think it's a crafting table in the skill guide. Oh, okay. Well, I want to just quickly get some normal planks. So, you know, leveling a little bit of woodcutting. See, I do agree with you guys. I love how things just, like, flow into each other. Like, okay, so the idea right now is I am looking to level Hunter. Now, in order to level Hunter, I am looking to make birdhouses. To make birdhouses, I need to have a player-owned house. And in this house, with construction a certain level, I need to make a specific type of bench. This bench requires me to get logs for the planks, which I need to create it. So I'm going on this like enormous journey right now, just to be able to craft something to try a specific Hunter thing. And I think that right there, that is a strength of RuneScape. And I think that's really good. I think this funnel is what other games should learn from. Because in a lot of other games, I will want to do something and I will go do the exact thing, because there isn't enough overlap between the different skills. But yeah, it's good. It's good. I just want to make a quick full inventory of regular trees, regular logs, and I'll turn them into planks. I also gotta get a better axe at some point, but, you know, I don't want to know where it is. I'll find it at some point. I've been sitting on a steel axe for ages. It's kind of holding me back from leveling woodcutting significantly, but that's fine. It'll make it all the sweeter when I do find it eventually. Oh, you might actually enjoy one small favor. I feel like I've seen a quest pop up before. It's a long quest, but I do have most stuff I need. Agility is very close. Just like, well, 2 levels and like a little bit of experience. Oh, sorry, that's thieving. Agility is, you know, still the same. It's 3.5 levels. And I gotta do Shiloh Village, which is in Koramia, right? I think that's where I got poisoned. Yeah, that requires Jungle Potion. Okay. And Jungle Potion requires Druidic Ritual, but that one I do have. Okay. I guess I could do that chain. I'll look into it. Well, by look into it, I mean I'll think about doing that soon. Okay, let's go to the guide to make me some planks. Buy plank. And buy regular planks. There we go. Alright. Now I could be extremely lazy and teleport back to Varrock, but I'm not that lazy, okay? I'm not that lazy. I'm very lazy, but not that lazy. Not a priority, mostly referencing one thing flowing into another. Okay, I mean that sounds good though. I very much do enjoy when games feel like their systems are connected. Like, I kind of dislike it when I feel like I'm engaging with 10% of the game and the rest is not relevant. I really like it when things are connected, and RuneScape does that the best out of any MMO. Okay, so I think this is what I need, that's what I need, and now just get the planks back, but I wanted to get them noted, just so that I have some inventory space to play with. There we go. Now we teleport back to the house. Now first let me figure out what I need. So it is... yeah, the clockmaking space built. Hold on. Can I examine it? Built. Crafting table, okay, it's... so it's... I think it is crafting table 2 in the skill guide. Okay. Oh, I need molten glass. I thought everything would just require, like every low level thing would just require normal planks. I was wrong, but hey, it's fine, it's whatever. I have more planks now. So, crafting table 2, is that what it is? It's a bit weird that it's called crafting table 2. Why isn't it just called something else? It requires the previous one. Wait, hold on. Really? Oh, you level them up. I thought you would just buy one of them, but you level them up? Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, but I need oak planks. Okay. Hold on, guys. We're going back. Why am I going to Varrock, by the way, when I could be going to Lumbridge, which might be close to a bank? Actually, it's not really closer. Okay, I think I have some oak planks. Not sure how many, but I do have them. But you know, it's cool. I'm learning a lot about Hunter. I'm learning a lot about construction right now. Because all I've done is really level construction using mahogany homes, which is not really something that really has to do with construction itself as a core mechanic, I feel. So we'll just get the hold on, what was I looking for? Planks. Notes. Here we go. Get all of them. So can he... what I'm wondering though is, can he unnode a specific amount that I want? Oh, I still don't have the molten glass though, but you know what? We'll make the first tier. So there was an NPC in front of the house, right? Or do I have to be out of building mode? That is a tip jar. Do I have to be out of building mode maybe? So do I just do building mode off. Yeah. No, never mind. That's the guy with the kebab. I don't want that right now. He's in the shop. Look for files in Remington. Wait, hold on. Who is in the shop? Because you talked about... there's also an NPC outside your player house that can unload items for you. Right? Hold on. Is he not here? Or am I messing something up? There's nobody outside my house. I've been lied to. We may have a misunderstanding of some sort. Yep, there's no guy here. Outside, oh, outside the portal. Oh. Oh, I was, you know, I was thinking, oh, okay, I get what you mean. Sorry, I thought you meant like in front of the door of the house. But you mean outside of the house instance. Okay, got it, got it. It was indeed a misunderstanding. Okay, so now there's going to be an NPC. And you said he's in the shop, look for vials in a Remington general store. Let's see, so he's... There we go, talk. Hello, do you wish me to exchange banknotes for you? I charge only 5 coins for each banknote. Yes, please. Hand me the banknotes you wish me to exchange. Wait, do I mean, if I... Does he just do all of them? Okay, no, exchange 5. Okay, this is at least a decent way of doing things, I guess. I needed like 4, I think. 2 or 4 maybe. So at least, you know, guys, we've gone on a very long journey, but at least I should be able to buy the first tier now. This is streamer spent hour figuring out how to make one single table. Build. Oak planks. Bam. It's done, guys. I made an oak bench. I am now a professional at this game. I'm so good. Okay, so what can I do with this? Craft. You need a wooden plank to make wooden horsey. Wait, I can make a wooden horsey? Okay. Okay, so now I can click upgrade. And now I can use 1 molten glass to turn into the crafting table 2. And that should allow me to make the bird houses, I think. Master craftsman, that's me. I am the very best, like no one ever was. I had to make that reference, guys. I'm sorry. It's way too obvious. I'm very well aware. So, molten glass, that was something crafting, like glass blowing. I remember this. I remember this a little bit. I think what I needed was... Did I need sand? And a blowpipe. Right? Other. I think that... Glass. Crafting. Made jewelry, pottery, armor... I think molten glass was something that I made with sand. Was it just sand and a blowpipe? You know what? We'll just go to Lumbridge. Let's save 1 lore rune. Gotta craft them all. Indeed. You know, I'm still looking at maybe picking up an AYN Thor. I'm really starting to get the itch to play, you know, old school GBA games, but like on the couch with a handheld in my hand. It's so chill. So I'm tempted, but I still want to figure out if I can, you know, record it for, you know, maybe some content purposes, so I can play some stuff on the couch, maybe even RuneScape, because, you know, obviously like, you can play RuneScape on it. Okay, so I need a glass blowing pipe, I think, for this. What else did I need? It was a glass-blown pipe, it was sand. What did I put the sand in and what do I do with it again? Oh my god, this game has so many systems that I don't remember everything. Oh. Oof. Yeah. Brain. Come on, brain. Come on, brain. Come on. Do I have sand in my bank? I don't. I don't remember where I can get some sand, but that's quite far away. It was like near the goblin. Did you do it before? If so, revealing it won't be spoilers. Yeah, I did it before. I needed to make a fish bowl for the Pirate Pete part of Recipe for Disaster. So I had to make a fishbowl, and that was quite a long journey actually. And I'm trying to figure out if I can remember it from my mind. Like I got a blowpipe, I bought it for that, and I think you can get some from like Yanil or something. You can get sand. There's probably an easier way, but that's where I remember getting sand, like over. Over here I got sand at the sand pit. Hold on, okay, this one I'm fine, as you just mentioned, you know, like, I've done it before. So let's see, molten glass, let's see. So, what was, did I remember it correctly? Molten glass, needs soda ash and a bucket of sand. And I guess I need a glass blowing pipe, right? Soda ash, all items can be bought from charter ships, okay. And so I bought it from this guy here at Port Khazard, I believe. But can I also buy that, for example? Wait, hold on. Can't I just buy that at Remington? Wait, I mean, Remington has a port, right? Does Remington have that shop as well? Because there is... doesn't appear like there's a shop, but maybe it is there and just doesn't show on the map. So let's go check it out. The pipe is only to blow the molten glass into an item, so you won't need it to craft molten glass itself. Okay, yeah, okay, good to know. So is there a shop here as well? This is just travel. This is just travel as well, so I guess it's not here. Okay, so I need an actual charter ship. What if I just look up charter? Oh. Is that a part of travel? Transportation. Okay, it needs to be specifically charter ship, I suppose. You could take the boat to Ardea or Brimhaven. There are charter ships. Yeah, I just noticed there's a charter ship over here at Brimhaven, so that's what I'll do. I will take this ship. Guys, I mean, on the one hand, it's a bit annoying, right? Like the fact that I have to travel all the way around to like learn all these things. But at the same time, it does make everything feel like a journey. Like if you're someone who needs like instant gratification, this game is not meant for you. But you know, figuring all this stuff out, actually. Wait, customize boat? I'm afraid I can't help you with that at the moment. You'll have to come back later. Ah, so the options are already available. Recover boat, customize boat, buy boat. Port master. Yeah, I think this is the guy. Charter. Sarim has one. Carabi 2. Okay, good to know. Oh wait, hold on. No, trade. Sorry, that's what I need. Okay, so I needed a bucket of slime, really. I needed a bucket of sand and a bucket of sand. You know what? I'll just make a couple. Let's just buy 5 buckets of sand. And the other thing that I needed was soda ash. Let's buy 5 as well. So can I... Was it just something I could do here? I can't remember. Do I just do this? No. How do I combine those again? Do I need to go to a glass... like an oven or something? Hold on. Let me remember how this works. I think just a furnace, right? I'm pretty sure it's just a furnace. Is there a furnace here? Doesn't seem like there's a furnace here. There is no furnace here either. Okay. We go... Wait, hold on. What's the... I mean, there's one in Edgeville, but that's a decent walk. Is there an easier furnace? Is there something I can look up? Furnace? No. Okay, and then it's something in here. Furnace. Okay, Lumbridge is pretty easy. There might be an easier one, but Lumbridge is the one that I just found. The beautiful Lumbridge music, though. Here we go. This is the furnace. And molten glass. There we go. Let's make 5 molten glasses. Get some experience as well. Approaching 100k crafting experience. It's not much, but it's mine, as they say. Okay. And now we take this over... Hold on, no. Yes. I have the nails, I have the planks. Okay, okay. Now we take this over to the house. Guys, we are getting closer, okay? We are getting closer. We will make it. Just think, in about 20 years, you'll have this map so well memorized, you will know exactly how many tiles you are away from the nearest unlit candle spawn at any given moment. Hey, if this game pulls me enough that I'm still playing in 20 years, I consider this to be a success, okay? That's beautiful. Okay, let's upgrade this bench. Here we go. 1 experience for an upgrade. Okay, that's terrible. Okay, craft. Clockwork mechanism. Oh, I need a steel bar. Wait, hold on. I need a steel bar. Oh yeah, it said steel bars. Okay. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, guys. We're making progress. I need steel bars, though. And I'm gonna run over towards the bank near the Grand Exchange, because I might need to buy some steel bars. Because I'm not sure if I have some. I can also put my buckets away. What else did I need? There was a steel bar. Was it in here? It was in... No, it wasn't in here, was it? No, it was in crafting. And then it was in other. And then it's a birdhouse from oak logs. Oh, but it doesn't say what I need. Okay, so I need oak... Wait, oak logs. Hold on. Hold on. I need oak logs for this. So is it oak logs and a steel bar? Do I have a steel bar? I have 16 steel bars. Okay. So we'll grab this as a note. We'll just hold on to this for a moment, because whatever. We'll put the molten glass in the bank, because we probably don't need it right now. And we grab 10 oak logs. Okay. And we go back to the house. Let's see. I started in 2008. I started again after 3rd raid. I don't know when the 3rd raid came out, but good job. Okay, so we go back to this guy to unknown. See, I'm learning. It's a slow process, but I'm learning. Oh yeah, of course, I have to use them on him. So I didn't need to do this, by the way, but I'm just, you know, I want to gain like a mental muscle memory for this process, you know. Okay, so that's what I need, and then I would need, let's say, I need 5 bars. Okay. And then into the house. Okay, and, you know, this process works sort of well, but there's no bank there, so I still have to prepare stuff. Okay, so now I can go here. I can say, what is the upgrade, by the way? Just kind of curious. What does the upgrade cost? Oh, no, never mind. The upgrade goes like level 34 or something that I didn't have yet, I think. I'm 33, so close. So, craft. Clockwork mechanism. Oh, am I just gonna keep sitting now? Like, is one clockwork mechanism enough? Or do I need multiple clockwork mechanisms? This one you guys can spoil for me, because, you know, this doesn't really do anything besides me accidentally creating more than I need. It's like, does it break? I need 4. Oh yeah, because you can get... Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you. So I'll just quickly craft 4 mechanisms. I don't like that my character is just still sitting. Like, he should be... Oh, never mind. Now he does something. I think last time he didn't do anything. Okay, so 4 clockwork mechanisms. Okay. So now that that is done, I can... You know what? We'll go back to Varrock. My god. I didn't expect this this birdhouse thing to be such a journey, but my god, is it a journey? It is a journey. Okay, bank is over here. Okay, so for the birdhouse, I needed... before you waste more time, best to pick up some seeds you don't need. Oh. That's actually a good call. I don't really have many seeds, though. I mean, I don't know how many I'll need, but I have like a few of... Oh, wait, I have a fair amount of onion seeds. Hey, onion seeds, that's perfect. But now you've got the legwork out of the way. It's all experience from here on, baby. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready for a big experience. Guys, I should get the onion seeds, right? I'm guessing I need them unnoted, so I guess I'll... Oh, actually, never mind. They're stackable. I forgot about that. So the oak logs, I'll probably need 4, provided the houses don't break. I don't know. But there's a bank there anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. So we'll put all of this away. What did I need? So it was oak logs and clockwork, right? Did I need more? I can't remember. I don't need the steel bars. I don't need the pipe. I guess I need these items. Oh yeah, chisel and the hammer. You guys are right. Okay, and the chisel. And I can drop the saw. There we go. So... yeah, whatever. This is fine. This is fine. You know, there's a bank there, so I can sort stuff later. I think I have everything I need for now. And if I don't, at least, you know, I can experience the process, hopefully. I think I've got stuff covered. But, you know, I like how how I said about like an hour ago or something. Like, hey, I mean, you know, I can build a house now, right? Like, there's nothing I need to do anymore. Cue hour-long session where I have to upgrade my player house. But, you know, I learned a lot about my player house. So, you know, I don't mind that. It was a cool process. It was nice. Alright, here we go. Quick travel, barge cart. Show me. Show me the way to experience. Here we go. Hope you guys are ready. I definitely am. I'm even walking very slowly to be able to get there. You know, it's just building extra tension. It's fine. Okay, can I build? Oh, that was really laggy. Oh, I'm building. I'm building something. Crafting experience. I have... okay, seeds. But your birdhouse seed level is 0 out of 10. It must be full of seed. Okay. It must be full of seed before it will start catching birds. Okay. Your birdhouse trap is now full of seed. I'm starting to catch birds. Okay, guys, I promise I'm not 12, okay? I promise. But that one was too easy. And for your information, for the future, you can buy onion seeds from a farmer in Draenor. It will make life much easier to have a ton on hand instead of pickpocketing or something. Yeah, that's a good call. I will definitely look into that. My god, this is so laggy. Is this laggy because it's just, like, it's an island surrounded by sailing stuff? This place is cool, by the way. The Precipice. I guess this place is just laggy because of the sailing proximity. That's interesting. So... does this mean that there are 4 birdhouses? Like, this is one birdhouse. And this is one birdhouse. And this is one birdhouse. And this one birdhouse. And do I have to, like, run loops, like, collecting the loot from the birdhouses? Can I interact? Check seed levels. Your birdhouse trap is set and consuming seeds. Seed level 10 on 10. So, I'm assuming I just set it up and forget and then return later when, you know, stuff has been... what are those, like, weird... is that a bird? bird in there? It's 1 hour. Okay. And there's a mushroom network that can fast travel. Oh yeah, the mushroom network. You're right. I remember that. That's been shown to me before. But I do need more seed. And I guess I can just get different seeds from the bank. So I can get up to 30 total. Because I need that much, I guess. So, does it... I'm not sure about how that works in farming as well. Does it progress while I'm offline? Or does it only progress when I'm online? Because I can't remember how that works with farming. Okay, so I need enough seeds to be able to get... potato seeds, there we go. I can withdraw... Let's see, I need 14 more. Okay, it's offline. Okay, so technically the best way to do this is put up 4 birdhouses, wait an hour, come back, empty the houses, put seeds back in, repeat. Hold on, where am I going? Let's see. So there's one up there. So these mush trees are the teleport things, I think. You can do it on your phone. Okay, yeah, that's a good call as well. Okay, so this one I'll just walk over to. I like how most of my streams so far recently, you know, I have returned to Fossil Island. And I like that. The fact that I've just kind of slowly made this place useful for me. Because it felt kind of weirdly useless. Or at the start and end of a session. Yeah, it's really, really nice. Pick ancient fungi. Will they fight me? So it's up here somewhere. Yeah, it's kind of next to the teleporter. That's beautiful. You'll have to unlock the mush trees by interacting with them first time, but you unlock them once you could travel very easily. Yeah, I was actually shown by Light Yagami to get these. Like, he showed me around a little bit in the last stream, so it's actually really convenient that I have all of these unlocked right now. I guess I can always recognize these by raw meat being like next to the things, because I guess people just drop them instantly. Okay, so I've built the thing. I put the seeds in there. Oh, put the seeds in there, and I guess it doesn't matter what seeds I grab, right? So I will just commit to, I mean, I would say the cheapest one, but I can just commit to the onions because it's on brand. Okay, so now we need to go to the volcano. Now, this one I'm not quite sure exactly how I get there. So, did I have a magic mush tree close to the volcano? Wait, it is there. Is it just literally there? Oh my god, that's beautiful. Oh my god, that's absolutely beautiful. Oh, I love this. An island guide has been helpful in that aspect already. Yeah, the island guide was really, really helpful. Wait, did I not bring it? Yeah, I did bring enough. It's just separated between the 2 types of seeds. Okay, so now they're full. And oh, I could even just like AFK mine. Oh, this is a cool iron spot in case I need iron. I could just like loop iron here for a while. Not that I really need iron, but I could. Nothing attracts birds to a nest quite like the smell of their rotting brethren. Yeah, that's true. That's true. They're cannibals, you know, cannibals by nature. But yeah, I guess that concludes the bird nest journey, right? I mean, now I just have to wait an hour, and it's always an hour exactly. So that means that if I log in, you know, at like 55 minutes from now or something, I could just clean them all, put seeds back in. Because the birdhouses, do they stay around, or do I need to rebuild the birdhouses as well? I'm assuming I need to rebuild the birdhouses? Or do I need... Yeah, I'm assuming I need to rebuild the birdhouses, put seed back in. So, like, I'll need enough in my inventory to do everything. Okay, I keep the clockwork. Okay, that's good. So I just need to have the... I mean, yeah, that's just some logs. That's not too bad. Because I was thinking, like, you know, you make oak ones, so I guess you'll keep making, like, better and better ones. So what level can I make the next one? So these are the oak ones, which I think... Wasn't it, like, the next level already or something? Sorry, I think that was in crafting, wasn't it? Because they work together. It's in other, right? In crafting. Yeah, craft a birdhouse trap from willow logs, 25. Okay, but I need to also be able to hunt with that, I think, which is in birdhouses. Yeah, 24. Okay, that's gonna be willow, and I'm assuming this will get me to 24, like all 4 of these, most likely. Okay, that's beautiful. You need more logs, but the clockwork gets recycled. Okay, so literally all I need to make this process work, if I don't want to do anything else, so this is something beautiful to do at work, because, you know, you just loop around like once every hour. All I need to do is keep this in my inventory. Well, not even the nails, but like the other stuff. And fill up my inventory with the logs I need. Have like the biggest pile possible of the seeds that I want to use, and just loop. That's really easy. Okay, I see why this is the optimal way, because not even the looking at the experience rate, which probably is also quite good if it's the meta way. It's so low effort. Like, you set it up, that takes some effort, especially if you don't know what you're doing. But then you kind of just chill. You will see the experience. Oh, I'm ready. Just the fact that you say it in that way, you'll probably see a Discord update from me, because I'm going to be leaving probably in like 5 minutes or something, because, you know, I definitely need a break after streaming for well over 3 hours now. But I'll probably put a Discord screenshot somewhere of my surprise Pikachu face, because that's gonna be happening. But, you know, I feel like we made some cool progress today. Learned Hunter, learned Construction a little bit, and I'll probably do a similar. Like, I'm not sure if I'll find the time before Sailing comes out. So next stream might be Sailing, but if I do have some time to stream before Sailing comes out, I kind of want to do a similar stream for farming and really kind of get into that a little bit more as well. There's a lot of stuff to do here as well, which I should really get into, because I think this is a big money-making thing as well, which is convenient. And being able to grow my own herbs is beautiful for leveling herb lore, I guess. I mean, I guess you could just buy it probably, but that kind of goes for most things. Alright, but yeah, today was... farming is just birdhouses on steroids. Yeah, okay. That sounds good to me. I will definitely look into that. Anyway, I am going to be heading out, so if anyone has any final things you want to mention, then feel free to do it now. I'll log off in like 2-3 minutes, so you guys have some time if you do want to mention anything in regards to farming or Hunter, of course. But I'm going to be wrapping up very soon. Start off Sailing, I will try to make money. New updates are good for that. Oh yeah, I guess that, you know, if there's like a resource that's in high demand, then that makes sense. But aren't the things you need already known? I mean, I don't know how much they've shared. I really haven't looked into it yet. But yeah, I'll probably do a day 1 stream, provided I have the time, which I think I do. I'll probably do a stream around this time on the launch day, and just kind of see what it's like. Compete with the big boys who are all streaming at the same time. It's gonna be fun. Alright, well, that wraps up the stream for today. Guys, thank you so much for joining me today and, you know, having a chat. I really had a blast, and you guys taught me a ton. But I think we had a really nice middle ground of you guys teaching me things, but still me, you know, kind of being able to mess about without being completely spoiled. So I'll be here in an hour checking the birdhouses. I'll have a great time doing that. So thank you so much for joining me today, guys. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you someday soon. Bye.